One. You're live.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to our second chapter of our West Marches style Dungeons & Dragons 5e campaign. Back with us, we have Ghost and Sim. Sim, again, will be playing his barbarian by the name of Urtrig of Hellspear. However, Ghost, as he is wont to do, has switched up his characters already. He's going to be playing a Minotaur by the name of Targus Goricus. And then for the first time, at least in this game, we have Aki, who will be playing Jaxus, the Dragonborn Warlock. All right. And without further ado, let's return, shall we, to the Whispering Wood North, where our adventurers are back at their cozy den. All right. You guys should be able to see that fine, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. And so it was that some weeks ago, four adventurers departed your cozy den, only to shortly return thereafter. First, they returned with a wagon of food, which brought no small measure of joy to the others gathered in that cabin. And then, at dawn on the following day, they returned with satchel upon satchel filled with coin, precious gems, and other manner of treasure. It seems that though the Empire has fallen, there is still wealth and bounty to be had, if only one was so bold to claim it. And in those tired days of the waning summer, the outcasts that once feared starvation had hope. Marv Elderman, after having Urtrig fell a number of tall trees, finally started his gardens with seeds gathered from the goblin spoils. The soil was tilled, and beets, carrots, radishes, and snow peas, and garlic was planted, hopefully for harvest just before the winter. After a long day's work, the outcasts gathered around the hearth, wondering about the men they met on the road. They wondered about the settlement called Ravens Gulch and the fate of Urban Goodman and the Trotgood brothers. And so plans were made to set out. If they could establish relations with another settlement, they would no longer be alone. Perhaps then, in the company of others, civilization could be rebuilt, and the hazy memories of days past would return. It is dawn, and it is good traveling weather. Leaving now, a band sets out from the cozy den. But first, Marv, I'm going to bring you back into the picture just briefly. And just for fun, I want to see how good of a farmer you are. Here. So tell me about this little garden. I know you said you wanted to start a garden or something like that during the last session.
Correct. So yeah, with whatever he could manage, which looks like was beets, carrots, radishes, snow peas, and garlic.
Yeah, some late crops. So that's what you could plant.
Yeah, I mean, he would have basically put together a little outcropping on the side, tried to fence it as best he could with maybe debris or if there were things around the house that weren't being used per se, he'd probably break them down to use them for fencing. And then till the land, make sure he waters everything appropriately, check on things as often as he could, making it a personal task of his and hoping the others were supportive of it as it meant food in their bellies as well.
I think it'd be like a survival.
Survival, or, yeah, probably survival. I can't think of anything else.
Survival with advantage, as Shantea has heard your prayers low these past few days, and she surely would bless your bounty.
There it is.
Oh, and by the way, I made like ability, saves, and skills, so if you want to roll it off of your skill bar macro, you can.
So 19.
19. That's pretty good. All right, so hasn't arrived just yet because it's still late summer, but I think the crops will be quite bountiful come the winter. And depending what happens, your little settlement, your little cabin in the woods could potentially grow. And what I'll do now is open it up to RP, and I'll let you guys give me a little RP as you set out from your cozy den in the morning.
So as everybody starts moving around, they get their stuff ready. Uhtred looking in the chest, and you see him pull out a potion of healing, the pet in the satchel, and then he reaches in again and he pulls out a severed head of Char the Cruel. Since we're going to Ravens Gulch, I might as well take this with us.
And this little settlement has, like, several, even maybe a couple dozen people there. That little cabin perhaps is not the only cabin in the woods, just to have enough capacity to basically house and feed all of our PCs that eventually might be in this game. Sim, do you want to go ahead and put a potion of healing in your inventory, and I will remove it from the chest?
Yeah, I just did. And then Char's the Cool's head's in there as well. A nice 10-pound head.
Got it.
Jaxus kind of comes out, and he kind of showed up a bit randomly at one point. Not a whole lot of story behind him, just looking for a place to stay. Well, seems to make himself useful enough around with, gather things. Not really useful for hunting or anything. Hard to tell what exactly he's actually useful for, but he does help. But the moment you seem to be setting out towards any kind of town or anything of more interest than just milling about the cabin and such, he was quite giddy to leave. Yes, this seems good. Perhaps we can get some coin for it.
Well, I'm figuring that either A, he was a strong one from the village, or B, he was an unliked one. Either way, it's a form of currency.
Yes, reputation if nothing else. That'll be useful.
Yes.
Targus scratches his chin and kind of walks to the side of where the chest is, looking through. And Uhtred, can you hand me one of those other vials of red fluid which heal the wounds?
Yes, that I can. And he reaches in and kind of gives it a toss in his hand, grabs it, and hands it over to Targus.
Is there
I
another?
figure, yes, there is one more. Jaxus, would you like one?
I suppose. There's nothing that would hurt from having it, is there? Though if all goes well, I shouldn't be in the line of fire in the first place.
Yes, well, if all doesn't go well, then we won't be there to save you.
True enough. He reaches a black, scaled hand, ending almost in claws, but not quite sharp enough to be considered.
Uhtred will reach into the chest and pull out another one, and this time he doesn't toss it, he just briefly hands it over. Gives a smile. You better save it for when you really need it.
Yes, I plan on it. Hopefully I don't need to sell it for coin. I'd rather keep in case of emergency.
Well, you shouldn't need any coin.
You never know. You never know what kind of thing might happen that leaves you in a situation somewhere unfamiliar. Like now. Regardless, it'll be fine.
And Uhtred will shut the chest. And hopefully Marv and the other lads would be able to keep an eye on things.
Yes. Hopefully.
The fat one does have keen eyes.
He does. And he's a courageous soul.
Courage is all well and good, but it does tend to get one closer to danger in the first place.
Yeah, well, that doesn't necessarily mean you're smart when you're courageous.
Yes, exactly. Well, let us be off then. See what we can get for this.
And Uhtred will walk by a wall, pick up his great sword, leaning against his shoulder. Yes, let's be off and see this Ravens Gulch, which everybody has been from.
Indeed, I'm most curious as to the layout. I wonder if they have good security or not.
What if the men they sent out to cross swords with us is any proof of anything? They do not have great security.
Yes, that is good.
But the humans surprised me, and I think that's one thing I have to learn. I'm half of them, but different upbringings.
I suppose, if anything, human blood would make you weaker, I would think.
Indeed.
Well, let's just hope it doesn't.
Yes. You see Jaxus has a dagger tied to his belt, but walks with a rather long and sturdy-looking quarterstaff. His pack is quite burgeoning with various tools and supplies. Bedroll strapped to the underside and rope tied to the side of it.
What does Targus look like as he's kind of rolling out? You guys are leaving at dawn. The sun is far in the east, rising over the horizon, where you see some low mountains casting long shadows to the west.
Targus wears a bit of chainmail on the outside of a thick hide. One of his horns is chipped on the end, but he's burgeoning with muscle. His red fur, of course, the standard of the piercing in the nose. Numerous cuts, bruises, scrapes all over him. Some old, some new. But otherwise does not carry any obvious weapons.
Alright. For the excellent opening RP, I'm going to give you guys 300.
Ooh, nice.
There you go.
$sign.
All right, so you kind of need to decide which route you're going to go. From Urban Goodman and the Trotgood brothers and the others, you kind of have an idea that Ravens Gulch is kind of east of you toward along the forest road, the only really trade route that comes through this area these days. So you're going to have to decide if you're going to kind of head to the road and go that way, or take the longer route, kind of staying on the forest paths. You estimate that if you leave at dawn, you would get to Ravens Gulch with a couple hours of daylight left if you kind of walked along the stream of Paquin's Run and along the road, but probably taking the circuitous route, it's kind of a 2-day trip if you go through the forest.
Uhtred would have no problem going to the road.
Targus would agree. Not concerned about the danger.
Yeah, Jaxus is quite happy and eager. Any kind of descent towards the idea is quickly met with, this is the right way to go, basically.
Yeah, so you head out of the cabin. As you leave, Marv, Elderman, and the others are hard at work in the garden, and you see several other small cabins in the woods, and their inhabitants kind of walk outside and wave you a hearty goodbye as you head off south and then strike east. Stepping out of the cabin, like the ground has a lot of soft kind of pine nettles and the occasional pine cone. less than half a mile from the cabin is the stream known as Paquin's Run. And over the past year, from hunting game and whatnot, you guys have kind of made a little game trail. And you're able to follow that down south for about 4 or 5 miles until you hit the road. And I'll let you guys give a little bit of RP as you kind of start your journey.
Yeah, Jaxus walks along, his staff clanking, thunking against the ground of the road the whole way. He's fairly tall, but only just over 6, probably 6'3", 6'4", but rather lithe, nonetheless. His horns, which are a bit unique amongst Dragonborn, the horns as well as the tail, quite uncommon, but luckily enough, not too concerning for those about him. But you do notice he has the small, ever so faintly glowing crystal that hangs from his neck that he kind of fingers every now and again, toying with it, and then after a while on the road, several leaves, a few insects have kind of covered him, and a little bit of dirt has kicked up along his boots as you see him grab hold of the small crystal, speak some words, make some motions with his hand, and clear the dirt and soil off with prestidigitation.
Utrig is really walking, scanning the road as he's walking. And he sees Jaxus and Max and messing with the cleaning themselves off. That's quite a neat trick.
Yes, it is useful. Would you like me to clean you as well?
Maybe once we get closer to the village. You know, put on a good impression.
Yes, exactly. Although you never know when you might meet someone along the road. I'm always cautious. Good to make a first impression.
Perhaps being covered in dirt and muck will make a good impression on them differently.
I suppose. If they want them to think you're a dirty brigand.
Well, if that gets them out of my way so my travel could go faster, then I'm all for it. Otherwise, they might want to banter or attempt to steal my goods. Which case, I welcome it, but I'd much rather see this Ravens Gulch everybody's been talking about.
Fair enough. But still, you want to keep your options open, don't you? Rather than think you weak and pitiful, or than think, oh no, it's the brigand here, let's run away before they can steal our things. If that's what your goal is.
Better to be strong, or at least appear strong, or both would be best. Fear is a useful teacher.
Yes, exactly. But surprise makes for a much finer fear than just outright terror. You can't teach fear without surprise. If they expect a minotaur to walk in the room, they won't be surprised. They won't be afraid. They'll be like, oh, there's the minotaur I was told about. But when the dragonborn suddenly walks in, that they've been talking with for a while and has been quite peaceful and kind, suddenly holds a knife to their throat and demands their coin, suddenly you see terror on their face.
Or they could say there's Utrig, the one who wanted to smash my hand with the hammer.
Yeah, I suppose we all have our means, don't we?
True. And it's all useful, one way or another.
Indeed.
But anyway, I guess we should keep our eyes peeled. At least we'd be surprised by some stinky goblins or more of Ravens Gulch finest men's coming out to take our stuff.
Yes, I suppose. I do expect both of you to lead the way, of course. I'll provide support from behind, as expected.
Of course, Skinny Lizard.
that, from up ahead, here, run! Run! Come on! Linda! Linda! Faster! Faster! Run! And out from around the bend, bursting out of the bushes, their faces streaked with blood from running through the woods and running through brambles. You see Les and Bill Trotgood along with Urban Goodman. Pulling behind them quickly are three women also with kind of bloodied faces who kind of have their dresses held up high. It looks like they've been running and been in the woods for some time.
I'm supposing they come out and notice us.
They see you like straight ahead and they start running for you. Help us!
Well, look, it's some of those from Ravens Gulch.
Jaxus kind of steps up between the other two. My, it seems you are in quite some trouble. What is wrong?
Run! No time for talking! Run! And then as soon as you hear that, you hear ruff, 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 ruff. And from around the corner are three goblins riding wolves that are snarling, barreling down the path towards you. Behind them, a larger beast, and upon it, what looks to be a slightly larger monster. Go ahead! Get them, boys! They're not gonna get away! And I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
Hmm.
You can use your sheet or the
The button.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Fucking hell.
How fast are
is
these
it?
dudes?
They're so quick.
What the fuck?
We'll be going last, boys.
Shit.
Not much left of Ravens Gulch. So
hang on a second, that can't be right.
it's that's quite an initiative modifier.
Fairly big rolls.
I think we all should be
Did anybody
rolling.
not roll? Did you roll, Ghost?
I
Might-
rolled a 7.
I got a 2.
Just roll again and I'll just do it. I'll just do it visually.
21 still?
19s, yeah. They're just rolling good.
They're
now.
goblins.
Well, they're rolling hot because you can see what their mod is.
Yeah, they are rolling pretty fucking sick.
No matter. We are destined to go last.
Oh.
All right. The wolves are going to do whatever the goblins do with them. So this first goblin here is going to move towards actually Urban Goodman to try to chase him down. Yeah, they can get there. And I'm either going to have the wolf or the goblin attack usually, not both. So he kind of rides past him. Come here, man! And swipes at him with his scimitar. Obviously that hits him. And he's going to take 6 damage. Targus, you are up. What's Mr. Target's going to do?
So, in terms of the goblin and wolf, in terms of grappling, 2 separate entities, yeah?
Yes.
Very good. Targus is just going to kind of charge through, knocking the humans aside. Not much care about if they get knocked in the bushes or whatever happens. He sees a foe and wants to meet it. And I think I'm going to try to go ahead and make a grapple attempt on the goblin.
Okay.
try to grab him. So let's look at grappling here. I believe it's opposed athletics, but I just want to make sure I have it right. There it is. Yes, when you want to grab a creature rescue, you can use the attack action, make a special melee attack, a grapple. So, I'm going to go ahead and try to grab it. And
Grab it off the wolf.
Yep, and it's strength versus, so it's my strength, athletics, versus their athletics or dex, whichever they want to use.
Alright, well, we'll see what happens if I roll NPC off this. Yep, that's correct.
Oh my.
He's not trained. You want to get him. What you want to do?
So I've got him grappled, and that counts as my attack action. Let me see what I want to do with that. I think all I can do is grab. I don't have bonus actions yet, so pretty much I just grab him and yank him off the back of the wolf.
Yep, you grab him down. Let's say he just falls down to the ground next to you here, and that wolf just snarls. The goblin boss, upon his larger wolf, he kind of spurs his mount into high gear, and they have aggressive, so he can wheel around, rides past you, Targus, on your right side, and he rides past Turgus and takes a jab at him with his javelin as he kind of rides past. He tries to skewer you. Miss. This one comes down on his wolf and attacks Bill Trotgood. Swings, and that's a hit. Bill gets hit pretty bad. Dire Wolf does not go. And this goblin's going to go towards Les. And attack. Whoa. They're kind of getting chewed up here. I'm not even going to roll your initiative. They kind of turn around, and immediately these wolves are upon them, if that makes any sense. Jaxus, it's your turn.
Alright. Got the options. Well, I don't think Charm Person's going to be super useful given the fact that he's already swinging. And his buddies are fighting, so I think, given the immediate danger, I'm going to cast Hex on this guy, on the Goblin Boss.
Okay.
So, do that. Where is that on my little thing? There we are. First level slot. Alrighty.
Alright. Tilt, you deal extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. You hit it. The target has a disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
I think I'm gonna go with dexterity.
Okay. The target drops to 0. Okay, cool. So no damage, but if you hit it, it takes an extra 1d6.
Yep.
And its dexterity stuff is with a disadvantage of that. So.
Indeed. And I will go ahead and then move. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of range. So yeah, I will move back to here. As
Alright.
Jaxus gets a good bit of distance between them all.
Wolf. Urtrig.
Alright, let's see what Utrig's gonna do here. For starters, he's gonna go into a rage.
Rage!
Not quietly, he's angry now. Something took a swipe at him. And then seeing the wolf setting in upon everybody, fearing that once they go through the finest men's of Ravens Gulch, which they might do, he's gonna take one level of exhaustion and go into a frenzy.
Oh no.
Now I'm not sure if I could do all that as an action or not. Is it
You can go into frenzy. When you rage.
when I rage? Cool.
Oh, nice.
And now he'll go ahead and do his attack on the goblin boss. He's actually gonna attack the
Yeah, you don't get the exhaustion until it ends, so.
Nice.
yeah. He's gonna attack the wolf itself, knocking the goblin boss off once the wolf dies and started.
Alright.
Let me turn on my modifier. There we go.
Whew.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Whoa.
God damn.
On that advantage right now.
Nope.
Alright, that's the first one, so it beats 14 for the first one. How's that dire wolf look?
Oh, it's bloodied.
Alright, he's gonna swing again as his bonus action. Oh, that sucked.
That was a miss.
Yeah. As you see him swing, swing at me. His eyes are red and his mouth is foaming now, which is a new thing.
But what happens though? You cut off one of its forepaws, Urtrig. Tell me what that looks like. And then that goblin boss does have to take a dexterity check. He feels unnaturally clumsy as he needs to make a DC 15 acrobatics to stay on this wolf. And that's with disadvantage. I'm gonna roll twice here.
Nice.
He tumbles to the ground, and from falling, takes 1d6, so 3. So, you rung my bell. Now I'm going to make a meal out of you, and I'm going to feed your bones to my beast here.
I wish you would.
And that's it for you, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Wolf. The goblin that is grappled by Targus. How does that mechanic work?
So I believe they can try to escape a grapple. I don't know if they can do anything while they're.
Because you have him kind of pinned down. Or
They can try. So if he's prone as well, he can't even move. It's up to you though. But if it's just grappled, then he has to try to shove me away or break the grapple or escape
I
it.
doubt he'll do it. I doubt he'll do it. Let's just try then. Athletics.
Yep. Oh, it's
16.
not bad.
No. I'll let you get a free attack.
No.
Yeah. If that's gonna be
What do you do with them? Just like punch. Just like,
if he's trying to break away,
you rolled 2 crits. I gotta do something.
he
Fucking odds of that.
He,
Holy shit.
about 5% or less, 2.5.
Well, it's like 2.5%
Yeah.
because it's 2 of them.
But this little goblin tries to break free of the Minotaur, and I have him with one hand down on the ground, and as he tries to break free, you are so eager to die? Very well, and I will just headbutt him with the horns.
Nice. God damn.
Not so good.
Just roll the damage. It's automatic hit. 10.
Nice.
Yeah, that's enough.
Oh my god. Just splat his whole head open
So
with your head.
it's not even just the horns, it's just a headbutt basically, but you hear this horrible crunch and there's just a goblin torso with no head on the ground.
All right. Targets, you're up again.
I'm gonna grapple the wolf.
Grab the wolf.
Get it.
All right. Grab the wolf.
Nope. Oh, unless he rolls like shit.
We'll see.
No. Harder to catch a beast.
Yeah, so he just snaps at you and you pull your hand back. And is that it?
Mm.
All right, Mr. Goblin Boss. Now it's my turn to roast you on a spit. He tosses his javelin down and brandishes a scimitar and attacks Ertrig. Second attack at disadvantage. So first one is right coming up. That's a miss. Second one is at disadvantage, 17.
Yeah, I think that hits. I think a 14. Double
That
check.
hits. 7.
Yeah, Macy's 14, so 7.
Mhm.
Perfect.
So you take 7.
All right.
And next up is this guy. Oh, is he gonna make short work of Is he gonna make short work of Bill Trotgood? Let's see.
7 damage, I'm sure.
7 attack. That's a miss.
Nice. I don't know if it's nice or not. I don't really
The dire
particularly care
wolf
about them.
is now free of its riders, so the dire wolf does go after the man. And he has an advantage on this because of that.
Oh shit.
So that's a 17.
Ouch. That's DC 13.
So that's a hit. That's 9 piercing damage as this wolf grabs your quadriceps and tears into it.
Nice.
And you stay upright.
Okay.
So that's 9 damage.
Mhm.
And he winces in pain as he feels the wolf bite him.
This guy attacks Lester. Oh no! 6 less. Less. It was so good knowing you. And he falls. I'll give you the XP for him anyhow. What the hell? Lester is no more. Jax, you're up.
All right. I think it's time for Jaxus to do something. Well, actually, he did something pretty useful already with that.
Conventional.
I think he's gonna go for a big old blast. The most conventional. Do I need to do a ranged spell attack first, or just click Eldritch Blast?
You can click it, but then it's going to be ranged attack to see if it hits or not.
Yeah. So it's Eldritch Blast, level 1, of course. Which is what it is. But this is, of course, against the Goblin Boss.
Oh, that misses.
Damn. Shame.
Oh, magic is no good here.
Yeah, as Jax just kind of holds that crystal again and reaches his other hand out, and this kind of multicolored blast crackles past the Goblin Boss, not quite connecting.
Ertrig, you're up.
Having the wolf biting his calf muscle and seeing the goblin there.
Oh, actually, the wolf appears without its rider, so
Oh yeah.
this one does get to go. And he attacks Urban. Does not get to use pack tactics, so just a bite. And that hits Urban. Oh my god. You saved these people? For no good reason? And Urban's throat is torn out. Targus, blood pools at your feet.
Wonderful.
Rodrigo, you're out.
So having the direwolf on his calf and the goblin poking at him twice with the scimitar, Utrig's going to turn his attention to the guy. And ignoring the wolf gnashing at its leg, he swings with all abandon, and he'll be a reckless attack, which gives me advantage. I'll put it up top. Gives me advantage in the first throw, which he was going to do at the goblin ball.
It's a good move. They're going to have advantage against you anyway.
It's critted.
Against the
Goblin boss.
goblin boss.
Yes.
So what you got? 19?
21.
Tell me what it looks like as you cut him down.
So getting poked by the scimitar twice and then the wolf gnawing at his calf, Utrig is just foaming at the mouth and roast me on a stick, will you? And I'll show to you, you'll be on my sword. And he impales him with the great sword. Doesn't even swing, just impales him. So now the goblin's attached as he swings at the wolf with his bonus attack,
Nice.
which is not an advantage.
Still. That's a hit.
That's 11, 12, 13.
You cut off its other leg and it starts to snarl, but it does not fall. Oh, sorry. It was Targus' turn. Targus, you're
He's gonna continue to try to wrestle this strange four-legged furry creature.
up. A wrestler.
He is. The Rasseltar.
There you go.
So Targus kind of is just kind of been sizing up the wolf, and as it leaped at him once, he wraps his arm around its neck and has it in a schoolboy choke right now. Getting ready to start wailing on it.
Cannot move. All right. Goblin's up. Which one's that? Oh, yeah. He swings at Bill Trotgood.
Uh-oh.
See ya, Bill. 4? Actually. Oh, he's alive still.
Oh,
I don't think he's actually was one that's not been hit. So, Dire Wolf's turn is up, and he does not get pack tactics, but he 16,
It hurts.
10, and make your saving throw. Barely.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was 10.
Jeez.
I'm getting eaten up back here.
Get eaten up. This gob now. They're pretty bloodthirsty. He's just going to automatically decapitate this woman as she tries to flee. And he is going to, with his move, he's not actually engaged with the other. Using aggressive, he makes a beeline towards the warlock. That
Oh
was
no.
that was hurling the magic earlier.
This little fucker.
And it's your turn, Jaxus.
Alright, well, because my hex died before, I'll use a bonus action to shift the target of the hex to... Let's do it to this goblin, and it'll be Dex again. And
Alright.
then
He is hexed.
I will use my action for an Eldritch Blast at this poor fool. Oh, sweet.
Oh, now, I mean, you're going to get also the extra 1d6 necrotic damage.
The
Right
extra d6 from that. Now, do I have my...
So your Eldritch Blast is, let's see.
It's a d10, and because I have the Agonizing Blast, it also adds my Charisma mod, which will be 3. So it's a d10 plus a d6 plus 3.
Yep.
Which I don't have a little thing. Oh, here we go. Let me just roll that real quick.
Yeah.
Like that for now. So 10 total. As this blast rips into him, and then the extra magic from the hex causes this painful necrotic burning.
And he burns and catches fire and withers away as a gust of wind blows his ashes
Very
into the air. What does that look like? Well, I kind of described it already.
Yeah, yeah, he's just gone. Thanos snap style, just fades apart. Awesome.
And the wolf that's next to Targus tries to break free. Tries to break free. If he fails, I'm gonna again give you an attack on him. If you beat him by a lot. Yeah, why not?
So Targus switches his grip a bit and kind of gets up under the wolf's hind legs and just starts to headbutt it again, tries to headbutt it again.
Ten.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Just gets dazed and kind of looks at you. Kind of swaying around dizzily as you headbutt it, but it does not yet fall. Second one's still mounted. Ertrig, you're up.
Getting bit by the damn dog again. He's gonna get angry and give a reckless attack. Now he just wants the wolf off his leg. So 24.
Man.
I'll take your damage. I accidentally clicked it.
That's fine.
15?
Yeah, well, we can use yours either. It don't matter. Either way.
Either way, he's dead.
And then as he's beating it with the sword, with the goblin still attached, gets done and he looks over at the goblin laying into Bill Trotgood back here, and almost he didn't see the wolf go behind him. You know, the other two go behind him, the Jaxes. So his focus now is on these two, and he goes over there.
Yeah, he can move. And do you have a bonus attack?
Yes.
Still, can you reach him?
Nope. No matter. He's walking over
Throw it.
towards the goblin with the
Oh no! The wolf charges towards Jaxus
Oh
and
no,
snaps at him.
don't do it. It's a trap. Oh no. It's a big fat hit. Oh my gosh, strength save. Ew.
Oh shit. Are you buffed?
14.
He's buff, but not that buff. Ouchies. 14 damage.
14. And what, you go prone?
Yep, as he's knocked back by it.
He's doggy style.
Let the hunting
Yeah,
begin.
Jackson has dropped
guys-
him very low very quickly.
This wolf, Ertrig, you didn't see go past you. Now you hear Jax in the back, and look back and see a wolf just like on top of him, thrashing around.
Yeah, Jackson is in a bad way.
Targus, you better charge over there.
I'm trying to think of how far I can move with this fucking wolf in my hand.
Just take an attack opportunity.
Oh no,
Well,
I've got him. I could try to pick him up and go. Let me see what I can do here.
I somehow don't doubt you have the strength for that, Carrie.
Oh, hold on. Let me check. Oh, I definitely do. Let me check dash real quick because I'm pretty sure that's 60 feet.
It is.
Yeah, it's your
Okay.
moving
Oh, I'm gonna.
You get a bonus
I'm gonna
attack
do
on
this. Oh, I can. No, that's not the right one. There's one that I can make a goring charge. I think.
Oh yeah, well
Yes,
you do that. I'll
there
do
it
my
is.
save for concentration.
There it is.
Oh.
So when you make a dash action, make a melee attack with my horns as a bonus. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, still holding on to the wolf that I have in my grapple. I'm gonna full sprint dash upon seeing the skinny lizard being brutalized by a wolf creature. And
I shall group your token with the wolf.
very good. And I will make a goring rush. Jaxus, as he's getting mauled, just hears a and then just rolls through with the horns.
You know,
I'll give you advantage on that too, since you're kind of hitting them unawares. Say he's kind of flat-footed. That hits anyway. 5. Oh, almost.
And then I will I'll action surge as well.
oh
It
nice.
looks very bloody right now.
And with my free hand, I'm gonna try to grab the other wolf that's fighting Jaxus.
Hit a son of a bitch with another son of a bitch.
I'm just gonna try to grab the one that's fighting Jaxus to grapple him
Pick
as
up
well.
the wolves. I can just imagine him bashing their heads together.
He has,
That might be the play, but
he has disadvantage on this. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll it twice.
Oh yeah.
Give me your athletics, whatever we decide. Yeah, I gotta roll twice then. Let's see if you get them.
You gotta love Hex.
Tell me what that looks like.
so Targus carrying this wolf makes a bold charge and just hits it. The one that's was attacking Jaxus, and then reaches out his free hand and grabs it by the throat and just starts to drag it towards him as he's now holding 2 wolves.
Oh my.
This guy cries
No.
to kill. Bill. 4
Oh, no.
slash. Oh, he's hanging on.
His whole family's dead.
Bill goes down, but he's still alive.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Poor Bill.
Jaxus, I believe you're up. You're up now.
Yeah. Are they able to make attacks of op while they're grappled?
No.
No.
All right, sweet. Yeah, Jaxus, kind of staggered and angry, kind of takes a good step away, and raises up again his hand holding that crystal as the glow becomes a brighter acidic green. And there's this kind of green tinge to his eyes, this drip of acid from his maw, as he then blasts another Eldritch Blast towards this guy, which I put it on my thing, so it'll do it all in one for that.
That's a hit.
Very nice. Does that do damage? Where's the damage?
You just click on Eldritch Blast on the where it shows 1314. Press on Eldritch Blast, the wording, and it will roll the damage for you.
Oh, on the...
In the
on
chat. In the chat. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
There you go.
11 force damage. Well, 11 plus... Oh, I forgot about the D6 necrotic. So it actually is...
Kills him.
Yeah, 1 extra necrotic damage on top.
Tell me what that looks like.
Yeah, as this massive blast echoes out, now taking a more green tinge from the kind of acidic black dragon nature of Jaxus. It hits into this poor thing, with then the necrotic damage kind of eating away with it, as it's kind of knocked out of Targus's grasp and kind of collapses on the floor, kind of breaking down, almost like dust again, like the other one.
Erdrig.
All right. If Trig wanted to drink a potion now, I don't remember off. Is it a free bonus or action?
I believe it's a bonus.
It's a bonus.
Let me see.
Yeah, combat bonus action.
Nice.
Okay, so he's gonna drink that potion.
You can withdraw a potion from your backpack with a movement action. Oh, it's a
So
bonus. It's a
then-
bonus. Never mind. No, it is a bonus. Here are a few examples of the sorts of things you can do in tandem with your movement and action. So you can withdraw a potion. Drinking it might be a use action, though. Yeah.
That's so it is a use action.
Yeah, it does cost you an action to drink it.
Mm-hmm.
So he will go ahead and stop where he's at and drink that potion.
It's a good idea.
Because those wolves are nasty.
Watching Bill and his wife get mauled, he just pulls a potion out and drinks
No.
it.
It's like, well, it's a good time to do this.
2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Utrig gives no fucks.
I mean, it is a good time to do it. He's got perfect meat shields right in front of him. He has time to heal. Jaxus approves.
This is the dark side party.
Absolutely.
You feel the magic course through you as you feel somewhat stronger. Erdrig, son of Erdrig.
Foaming at the mouth.
You still get a bonus, don't you? Because of your rage. You still can attack him.
No, that's actually the reckless attack. I get a bone. No,
No, you get to make free
what-
attacks as a bonus action for frenzy.
yeah, but I'm not. Oh yeah,
You could
that's
move
true,
and
actually.
swing on him, man.
You're in range, yeah.
I could. And now he'll go charging in, and he will actually. He's gonna go after the dog because the dog is meaner than the goblins themselves. So he's gonna hit the fucking wolf.
I agree. Judging from what fucking happened to me, I agree.
He figured it out. He's just like, learn as you
Fucking
go.
wolves.
You had,
But,
you had the big one, though. You had the dire wolf.
It's alright. That's the experience with the wolves. They just bite hard. It's not gonna be reckless this time. No
Oh
matter.
man.
It matters not. It matters not. Erdrig, son of Erdrig.
12.
What does it look like as you put this puppy to sleep?
So after getting mauled by the dire wolf, Ufrig charges in. As he's charging in, he's pulls out a potion and drinks it. And the pink mixes with the foam of his mouth and his rage, so it looks like pink foam's coming out of his. And he spits out a roar as he goes running in, and he swings at the dog, and it dies without its head. And the goblin is still attached to the great sword.
Yeah, the goblin kind of falls off the horse, takes what, 6.
So
Yeah, gets knocked down.
Targus will I'll use my attack action to go ahead and shove this wolf to the ground prone. So I have to, it's another athletics versus whatever he's using between athletics and acrobatics. So when he shove it prone. Yikes.
Let's see here. Let me, here we go. Athletics.
Oh, I forgot to use my bonus action to move back.
I failed to do so.
Does it squirm away from you?
I think I keep the grapple, I just don't get him to the ground.
Okay. You still have him.
Yeah, that's all I can try to do.
to go.
This goblin starts to try to crawl away. Attack of opportunity. Just stabbed him.
Utrig would not hesitate.
Fucking hell. God damn.
16.
Destroyed.
As it attempts to scurry away, Utrig just walks up behind it, steps on its leg, and it smiles as he plunges the sword through its back. Dirty goblins. And then he looks at Bill with his foaming mouth.
Bill just looks at him. Oh, nice of you to show up. I'm glad you took a moment there to... not acting, by the way. To heal yourself.
I shall put you out of your misery.
No. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
And he stares at Bill. I get wait first.
Combat's over. The wolf is just squirming in Targus's arms at this point.
Oh, I do have a thing. Because
You can
Jax
do your
is
thing if you want to do your thing.
pretty pissed about the whole wolf thing, and you see there's blood dripping all over him. His chest's been ripped into by these wolves. He kind of steps over by Targus, and Targus is holding the wolf up and it's kind of squirming, and he kind of grabs the wolf around the neck and brings its face to his, and his rather large reptilian maw opens wide as the hex, of course, moves over to this wolf, as this blast of acid just bursts forth, eating away, just obliterating this poor thing, leaving nothing more than a melted away stump where the head once was.
Yeah, and Targus quickly drops it and makes sure he didn't get any acid on his hand from whatever the wizard lizard just did, and he looks at Jax and says, "You could have issued a warning, wizard lizard. You could have melted my hand. These are valuable weapons, you know."
Jax just kind of looks Targus up and down and then to the dead wolf. It's fine. If I had wanted to melt your hand, I would have.
Perhaps I should think twice about saving your scaly hide.
Well, don't do that. Don't worry, I wouldn't have melted you if I tried. I'm sure. You seem sturdier stuff.
And you are tougher than you look, and he slaps Jaxus on the back rather hard.
Yeah, and he kind of sputters a bit. A few more drips of acid coming out of his maw, and blood kind of popping out of his chest a bit here and there in drips, as he kind of puts a hand to it and pops open the healing potion, downing the thing. Kind of this strange smoke and steam coming from his mouth as the healing potion mixes with the acid in his maw.
So Utrig is staring at Bill with the foam coming out of his mouth. This is the second time your life shall be spared. Why should I allow it?
Because, like I said, we have repented. We are simply fleeing for our lives.
Jax just takes another step over. And how exactly did you end up in this situation?
Well, we did return to Ravens Gulch as you bade us, but as my wife Linda here can corroborate, we were not back a week before the entire settlement was attacked, and oh, the dastardly beasts that overrun the walls of Ravens Gulch. We barely escaped with our lives and the lives of our wives, but others were unfortunately not so lucky.
So you lost a walled settlement to mere goblins, then?
Not mere goblins. There were many more. All manner of wicked beasts. And do not think that Ravens Gulch is some citadel upon the hill. Indeed, there is a central keep, but most of us are no more than farmers and craftsmen, and as you found out, even some of us have taken up banditry, but that is but a small handful, and we have changed our ways thanks to the good words of that cleric Elderman.
And as the conversation moves on from Bill, Utrig's rage starts dying down. The town was weak. And he looks over at Targus and Jaxus. I suppose we are all weary now. How long were we on the road for, Bo?
Not that long. I would say you're like 3/4 of the way there at this point, though. It's probably maybe like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
What do you all... Do we keep going to Ravens Gulch to see exactly what happened with our own eyes?
Of course.
I do implore you. I will give whatever my family has. For even though our wives survived, most didn't. And others were taken captured or slaves. And not only the men, but the women and the children as well.
Slaves do sound useful in our situation.
I take it you jest.
And there's this, air quotes, grin from Jaxus with that last little drip of acid and healing potion hitting the ground. Yes, of course.
All joking aside, it does sound like something we need.
A keep as well, and now occupied by enemies. If there is now, he kind of looks towards Bill, no one who occupies it that we care about, then I think it's fair game, isn't it?
I would no doubt support you. I do not know if there are any survivors. If there are, they would certainly be holed up in the central keep, and hardy folks, indeed. Little was heard of our leadership ere the end. Only smoke rose from the hill, and there was screaming from inside the walls of the Molten Bailey.
Well, that sounds like something we should look at.
Yes.
Either way, I think Marv could use some help on the farm. They owe us a debt right now.
Yes, we could direct them that way, and they could help the fat ones sow the crops.
Yes.
Indeed.
Was it Sean?
Shantea, yes.
As Shantea bids it, I will command it. It seems it is the goddess's graceful hand that has led us here again through pain and misery, even though it may be, and even as my brother lays slain at the hands of these wicked beasts, I will continue to make my amends to the graceful goddess.
That's your business.
If you follow the road and turn at the tree with the marks, what are the marks called? lizard wizard.
Hmm. What do you mean? Words?
Yes, the tree near where our home is. There's some marking on it. You called it
Yes,
something.
there's trail markers the whole way there.
There, that. That's how you can find the fat one. He'll be tending the garden.
Very well. Linda, come. And he leaves and he yanks the other wife, the wife of his brother who is crying over the corpse. There is no time now. No time to mourn. We must flee this wood. It is full of tears and bad memories now.
Yes, no time to mourn, no time to gather your things. You'd best go.
And crying and weeping, they fade off into the woods. I'm going to give you the XP for them.
Yay. And as they're out of sight well enough, Jack just starts picking through the corpses to see what they had.
Roll me a D10, please.
A D10. Ooh.
I did not take you for a corpse thief.
I'm not a corpse thief. They're dead, and I don't waste supplies. Think it is, well, not thievery. Besides, it's not like they own it anymore, do they?
I make no judgments. It is simply a surprise.
I take what I am given, and take what I want. It's that simple.
Do you keep the money or divvy it up?
Well, are they asking? He's kind of asked, like, the point he's like, oh, I didn't take you for a corpse thief. He's like, well, he tosses, a portion to the two of them. And if I'm a corpse thief, then I suppose you're sharing in it.
I took more from corpses than this. And then Utrig would pick it up.
Targus lets the coins bounce off his chest and just kind of looks at them and... I have no need for coin. Where is there to buy anything?
We're getting some of it. 15 gold split between them.
Well, if you don't want your cut, then I'll happily take it. Jax pockets the 5 gold off the ground. And besides, you never know. We might be lucky enough to have a traveler come through with some goods.
Actually, I got a macro that can just split it between Jaxus and Utrig.
Oh, sweet.
Salute. 15 GP.
Very
Well,
nice.
I don't know if you... Did you get the message about that or no?
Yep, I got 8 gold. Yay.
I don't know about you two, but I think we should make it to as close as we can to the Ravens Gulch, but not too close. I think we should be looking out it after some rest.
Yes. I could do with a sit down after that fight. That damned wolf got into me quite badly.
Yes, then he looks down at his calf. Yes, they were no pups.
Yes. Dire wolf seemed quite aggressive. I'm glad I wasn't the one in front of it.
I am fit as a fiddle, as they say in your lands. But I suppose if both of you are damaged, we should wait then. Would not like you to be
Yes.
broken, would we?
No, nobody likes to be broken, but I think we'd gather more information by looking at it daytime. By the time we get there, it'll be nighttime.
And that is useful in its own way. Perhaps you two can't see as well in the dark, but I certainly can.
I can see in the dark fine enough. However, it'd be harder to see their numbers.
Yes, true. But if they are gathered around a fire, we'll at least know where they're camping. And, well, you never know. Might be able to figure out where they sleep and take them before they know we're there.
Might be the plan. Or the plan might be to turn around and walk it away.
True enough.
I would prefer not to shirk from the challenge of the fight. But If this is your way, then so be it. We should get moving anyway.
I don't look at it as running from a fight. I see it as walking away from a slaughter, if that's the case.
Yes, I have no doubt we could handily kill them all, but there's a difference between can and need to. You never know. We might be able to burn them out if nothing else. I'm sure the keep would probably survive.
If it's still there.
Yes. Well, let's rest up for a moment. And
So Utrig will take his great sword and wipe it off on the grass and put it on his shoulder, and I guess we should be carrying on. We need to get closer.
yes. And what weapons did the goblins have?
Scimitars.
Scimitars. Didn't the one dude have a spear or not a spear, a javelin?
Yes, he did.
Are those flexible? Can those be used with dex?
I don't think so.
Actually, it doesn't matter. I have the same dex and strength. Yeah. Jaxus will grab a scimitar and the javelin.
Want to add it to your sheet there?
Cool.
I can tell you what the stats have if you want.
Yeah. Let me just get that in there. Yeah. What's the scimitar? Damage?
Scimitar is
D6.
1d6 slashing.
Nice.
And the javelin is... Gosh, this can hit. I mean, people ask, say, why D&D? This is why. 1d6.
It's all right there.
Very
It is,
nice.
and you could throw that or melee.
Nice. Piercing, I assume?
It is. Range 30. Slash 120, I guess. It's disadvantage. So.
Perfect.
Alright.
Thank
So
you.
you guys want to do a short rest, long rest? Like, what are you guys doing here?
I think we're trying to scout it out, and then
You want to press on?
we're gonna try to scout it out or whatever it is, and try to camp nearby. Ravens Gulch.
Jaxus definitely wants to do a short 10-minute rest, and then he gets his spells back, and then kind of go down the road if that's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because he figures like, well, let's recoup right here, make sure we're not missing anything from the bodies. If there's weapon, you never know, and it'll give him time to kind of sit and meander long enough to get his spell back. He used the one main casting, but still it's useful.
Would that be long enough to use a hit die?
I don't think so.
Is that because it'd be a short?
I'm not sure. Let me do a check.
I believe you can.
Yeah, 'cause I think
You can
actually-
spend one or more
I
hit
think-
dice
I
at
think
the
you
end of a
can.
short rest, up to the character's
Oh,
maximum
sweet.
number of hit dice.
Yeah, I definitely need it. Oh yeah, how much did the healing potion heal?
2d4 plus 2.
Let's go.
Oh,
You didn't do it. You
I
didn't
did
do
two.
it.
Can't be. That can't be.
Okay. I forget my 4 key doesn't work.
Mine doesn't either.
Let me just roll,
What is it
let me
with
just
the
roll
four-
it for
God
you.
fucking damn it! There. Oh. God damn. Sure. 11.
Oh,
11
you-
it is.
Oh no, that's what I rolled.
There you go. There's 6.
Oh.
Take
Fine.
6.
6 it is. So I heal 6. That gets me up to 10. And then 10.
Holy hit dice, Batman. Barbarians.
That's
Yeah.
him.
Let me roll the hit die. Boop. Another 6. Gets me up to 16. That's not bad. Too short.
All you hurt people.
Yeah, Jax is feeling much better after a short moment as he kind of concentrates on his crystal and kind of meditates almost for a little bit there. You hear a strange kind of mumbled, almost chanting, but not quite, from him here and there, almost as if he's having a conversation with something you can't see, but it calms down after a few minutes of the rest and he's ready to go again.
So you do rest. You take a few minutes. Stepping off the side of the forest road, you see the clouds overhead that are white and going from west to east. There is a light breeze, and you can even hear the sound of Paquin's Run to the north. And despite the violence that has happened, there are birds cheering up high to the north in the low hills. And hit die are spent. You guys are going to spend those. Potions are drank. Spells are restored. We ready to go?
Yeah, I only use the
Yes.
1-hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah, I
guys aren't
used
in that
my
bad
one.
of shape. All right. You continue. Urban Goodness. Not there anymore.
Very dead.
Let's see here. I'm just going to do a little description. You're just going to kind of scout it out to begin with, right? See.
So as of right now, I think until a long rest, right, I have disadvantage on ability checks.
Yep.
Even after a rest, when
I
does it
think
come
I ha-
back?
Is it a long rest it has to be? I'm
It
looking
can't
it up
be.
now.
Check there.
Long rest is like days, right?
It's just overnight. It's like 6
Yeah.
to 8 hours.
rest.
I think you just need to rest and it'll come back.
It would say it on your thing. I can't see it, but
Finishing a long rest reduces a creature's exhaustion level by
oh
1, so
yeah,
it
then you're
needs a long
fucked.
rest.
Oof.
Provided that the creature has also ingested some food and drink.
Hmm.
You're exhausted.
Yes. Hence the suggestion of camping out overnight.
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
So as you head towards east on the road, you come across the bridge. Then far to the north, up here, laying in low hills, you see smoke rising into the air. The blue sky marred by swirling clouds of blackness. And there are like some farmlands kind of outside the area. And from what you can see, there are a couple of them within sight. And like the roofs are collapsed and one of them looks like they've been burned. You don't see any sign of life at this point.
Mhm.
One of these might be a good place to hold up when we're done looking.
Yes, that seems appropriate. Do you want me to scout ahead, or...?
You are the skinniest and probably the hardest to see, so that might be the best decision.
Very well. Although it might be best if we wait till dusk.
We can do that.
Yes, seems wise. I suppose we set up camp in the meanwhile.
So what Uchik would do is look for the best broken down farmhouse that's a little bit defendable, but he doesn't want the best one in case somebody comes by and reach.
Yeah, you find one that has like the roof partially collapsed in, but it's not burnt. All four of the walls of the little farmhouse are still erect. Outside, like just outside the threshold of the house, though, you see newly charred skeletons of two humanoids, not unlike on Tatooine.
Well, we better not move them. Somebody might know there's 2 skeletons here.
Yes, I suppose. There's no real need to. Jax will find a relatively comfortable place inside to toss his bedroll down and kind of set his pack down and make sure he has all his things in order. Looks over his new scimitar and javelin.
Very well.
Targus paces back and forth inside the farmhouse, antsy, eager, brooding a bit, looking out windows, hoping something terrible happens. He wants to smash something.
Uchik
That's weird.
sitting against the wall and he's sharpening and cleaning the sword. This goblin guts is hard to get off sometimes.
I found it rather simple to clear off my horns.
Well, your horns are a bit easier. They don't catch the gore quite as much. Not that mine are good for that sort of thing.
Perhaps you just need more training to learn how to properly utilize the tools that you were given.
I suppose. They make a headbutt quite useful, but not particularly as well, piercing as yours.
We should try to headbutt one another when we get back to the den. I could teach you how to generate true strength in that skinny head of yours.
I think I'm quite fine, to be honest. I have my spells to reinforce myself, after all.
Yes, we don't need him forgetting any of those spells.
Yes, indeed.
Better be a warrior and learn to wrestle.
Wrestling is all well and good. I'm just not particularly skilled at it.
Neither was I when I was your size.
Well, I imagine when you were my size, you were... How old do minotaurs get?
Well, the skeleton of the one we found in the tomb was quite big, actually.
You fought a minotaur?
Yeah, it's a dead one.
Well, sounds interesting.
I have lived longer than a minotaur I've ever known, though I don't think that's because of anything natural.
Yeah, it's over in the tomb of the fallen we raided. Still there, I assume. That somebody claimed it as a prize.
Quite curious. Perhaps I have to take a look sometime in the future.
Yeah, there should be nothing left inside of there to be a threat. Though something could have moved in.
Yes, you never know. Well, I think I might take a small nap then. We have some time until dusk. Wake me when you wish me to go.
Yes, we'll keep watch while you rest.
Yes, good. And you see him kind of curl up, that kind of very lizard-like manner, on his bedroll.
Yeah.
All right.
We take a look at Targus. If you need the rest, that's where you can take one. I'll keep watch.
I do not tire. I'm eager.
Good, we might need that later.
It will be nice to face some kind of challenge, even if these little things have not been such so far.
Yeah, those unnatural clouds up there makes me think that something is bad. It's just how bad I do not know.
I look forward to finding out. Maybe something that is as large as I am, like the olden days.
Yeah, if it is, that means it might be something worth bringing back to our new home there. To the farmhouse, as Marvin has made it.
The fat one needs to find a way for us to procure more meat. Cannot live off vegetables.
Yes, well, we have a scout who should be hunting for us. I don't know how capable he is. I haven't seen that much meat lately.
We have a scout?
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Bozerg.
No, he's he's genuinely confused.
Yes. Bozarg is the scout.
Really?
Like I said, I'm not sure how capable he is. He's gone for long times. He comes back with skin to...
Perhaps he's a dawdler.
Yes, maybe we can encourage.
All right. 200 XP for the RP there.
Yay.
And Jax slinks off into the night. The first part of the night, Jaxus is spent kind of searching the surrounding little farmlands, and unfortunately, you don't find much of use or many survivors either. As you kind of close in towards the central area, the night deepens, and you continue forward until it's not quite dawn yet, but starts to get fairly close to dawn, and then that's where we'll pick up. Here we go. You guys should see this here. All the way down here. I have you all there just so you can see.
Cool.
All right. So Jax, it is nighttime, but I have a lot of the map kind of obscured from you. So
Cool.
kind of tell me how you kind of continue forward.
Yeah, Jaxus is very slow, cautious, kind of slinks through the area, keeping to the shadows, any kind of brush or shrubberies nearby. He sticks to pretty closely. Luckily, the tone of his scale makes it a bit easier to keep to the shadows without being spotted. But with his rather nefarious invocation, the Devil's Sight, he's able to see quite well in the dark and to quite a fair distance of 120 foot. So he makes his way pretty easily around as he attempts to scout. He looks for any kind of way to get up higher along some kind of vantage point that might give him a good view of the interior of this place.
There are a few trees you can scale nearby. Otherwise, near the keep in the Moten Bailey, it kind of has flattened into plains for defensive reasons. You do see here and there that the ground has been scorched, though.
Does the the keep has walls? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does it look? I assume that's kind of the moat there. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. How deep is that? Is it something he could like get into and swim across fairly easy, or is it like?
You could. You might have a little bit of an athletics check to kind of get down that embankment. But yes, you could.
Yeah, I think. And what he'll do? Do you want me to move my token, or?
Yeah. Yep. Move it freely.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll kind of head over, and he's got a good 50-foot length of rope, as well as a grappling hook, which he's gonna kind of trying to aim up towards the top of the hill, towards any kind of rocky portion of it to get a bit of a grip there, so that as he swims, he has something to kind of, if anything gets him, current-wise, he'll be able to pull himself out and up a bit easier up the slanted emplacement. So yeah.
All right. I do want you to make though a stealth check for me.
Alrighty, I can do that. So stealth, a C. Oh yeah.
15. You get advantage or anything like that?
Nope. I don't think I have anything to give me advantage in this situation.
Let me see what their passive perception is here real quick. Passive perception. 10. Pass it. All right, good.
Sweet.
Yeah. So nobody spots you just yet, and you're down here with your little length of rope. Throw it across.
Yep. And he's gonna very carefully. How low down is the embankment? You said he might need an acrobatics or
Yeah, it's like
athletics.
10 feet, I would say, maybe a little bit higher. a little higher than a basketball hoop. I'd say 15 feet.
Yeah. So he'll kind of he'll actually, before he throws the grappling hook across, he'll kind of set it up here. Something, that'll hold the edge, but he can kind of whip the rope up to pull it down afterwards, as he kind of uses that to help him, rappel down very carefully into the water, and then kind of pulls the grapple in after him.
And give me athletics or acrobatics with a DC of 12.
Alrighty. I think they're pretty much the same. I'll just do athletics. 6 and 0. Yeah, they're the same.
So unfortunately, you go down in like the last 5 feet. The rope slips a little bit, and you go down and just splash.
Oof.
And you're deadly quiet. You hear the wind outside. I think we got some wind. And then you hear a voice, and then I go, hey, mate, did you hear that? And down from the trees, you can see, with your vision, climbs 2 orcs, and they start kind of making their way over in your direction. What are you doing now?
Yeah, Jaxus, now that he's down in the water, kind of, he is going to, they seem to be coming this way, right?
Yep, they're walking over towards the embankment where they heard the splash.
Yeah, he kind of sticks to the bottom edge of the embankment, kind of pulling himself along a bit, very close down, so that his head is only just up out of the water, and kind of pulls himself along to go off to this side so that he's out of sight when they get there.
Give me a stealth.
Alrighty.
With advantage.
Stealth mission. With advantage. It's a 16. Let's see if the advantage is even better. Nope. 16.
Active perception. No. So they get there, close to the embankment. What do you mean, Rutloff? I didn't hear nothing. It's just the wind. I swear to God I heard a plop. Well, it might have been a damn fish. And he kind of smacks him in the head. Come on. Back to your post. They start to walk. They start to walk back to their lookout post in the trees.
Yeah. Once they're kind of in the trees, Jaxus will kind of slowly head back up along. And he wants to get up to a point where the trees wouldn't have a very good vantage point of. So he kind of heads up this way, and then heads across to go up for the slope. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Give me another stealth check, because there are a couple sentries up in these trees.
Yeah, he kind of sees the other trees and is like, okay, well, that's not great. So he's definitely keeping that in mind as he does this, trying to get a good angle that they won't spot him from. Oh, no.
Their passive perception is 10.
Shit.
So you hear them go, hey, there's something! Something on the far bank! Go check it out! And both of them kind of get down, start to walk over that way. They do obviously see you at this point.
Ooh.
And one goes, you go back! Go back and raise the alarm! And he starts to run.
Okay,
north.
and as he goes to run, how close are they relatively?
Resize your code token. There you go. This is a huge map.
Okay, so are they a pretty fair distance away, or?
They are to scale.
Okay, let me see. How is that? Oh, 50.
45 feet.
And which one's gonna run? It seems
One
like
to
it's
north.
that one. Okay, so that's not too far. Would I be able to move up a bit closer before he's like out of the way.
You could.
When I see them starting to come over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jaxus kind of swims, almost that kind of crocodile-like swerve to it, that kind of waggle to it. And I am going to cast Charm Person on the one that was about to run off.
Oh,
And
yes.
go ring the bell. So I will do that. Boop, 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 boop. It's a Wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
Oh!
Oh shit.
He rolled 20.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, God, no!
These guys are on point. Yeah, as Jax is kind of, in the water, kind of keeping up against the current, speaks
Actually,
the words.
Roll initiative for me at this point.
Alrighty.
And, yep, one of the orcs goes first. The bottom one, he actually knocks an arrow and shoots it into the water at a disadvantage. I guess a javelin actually throws. Oh!
Oh no.
So he just looks at you, chucks it into the water in your direction.
Shit.
Cuts into your left shoulder as you're swimming. Go ahead! Run up there! Sound the alarm! Shit.
Alright, yeah, Jaxus, seeing this other one still there, of course doesn't want the alarm to go off, is going to give one more go to Charm Person real quick. I would go for a Hex first, but I don't have time. As I'll do it, it's another DC 13 Whiz save.
Alright, come on, I'm on your side here. No!
Yes!
Yes.
Yeah, so he sees me as a friend, as in turn I will also use my Great Old One powers of Awakened Mind to reach into his head and speak to him. As there's the voice of Jaxus. You know me. I am your friend. He's your enemy. Help. Protect me. You know me. You can trust me.
What are you thinking? That's old Blardy. He always likes to go for a midnight swim. I'm not going to raise no alarm. What do you mean you're not going to raise an alarm? You going to do that right now, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Hey, you're not the boss of me. You don't tell me what to do. Ah! He comes at him with the scimitar. And, oh, they got great axes. And attacks 22. 5, and they fall into fighting.
Yeah, and while they're distracted fighting,
There we go. His
Jaxus
turn,
is gonna...
He fights back. Misses.
Oh, man.
Jackson, you're back up.
Yeah, Jaxus is going to slink down into the water and swim back to the others to regroup.
I'm gonna see who wins.
Nice. Fucking Charm Person, baby. I knew it would be useful. Awakened Mind plus Charm Person's the best.
All right. If he hits on this one, he's gonna win. I'm gonna let you name him. How long is that chart? This is turning into Shadow of Mordor.
Takes an hour.
Yeah,
how
it
lo-
lasts for an hour.
It lasts for an hour?
Yeah.
An hour.
Okay. So let's hope he.
This might actually be quite useful.
No, missed. And the
Oh.
other one. Yes, he misses. Boys back on point. He misses. The other one
Fucking shit.
misses. Okay, finally, a hit. And if it's more than 4, he goes down. It is. And
My boy won?
speed. Your boy won.
Oh my god.
What's his name, by the way?
Ooh, let's see.
Bog rag.
Bog.
Ball gag.
Balgrag.
Bograg it
Bograg
is.
goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, where you going, friend? Where you going? I'd like a nice time swim too."
Yeah, Jaxus is utterly surprised at the fact this guy's actually managed to fight his buddy off. Yes, actually then. Come on in. Swim with me. We have to go
And
meet some other friends.
he takes a running start and then dives and splashes in.
Yeah, and Jaxus will kind of head up away from the other trees where he saw the others and find a good place to, get up the bank and head back to regroup with the others
I'm just gonna
with
move,
his new friend Bograg.
just gonna move your token here. Want to resize the other guys here. And it's back. This one. And whoops. I want you to kind of tell me what happened overnight, guys. How'd you pass your time? And more importantly, this is the first of what I'm going to call a memory shard, where you get to continue to build the world a little bit.
Nice.
And you guys had dreams as your memories kind of start to return. And tell me about this empire and how it fell. We already know about Tarrog, who used to be a knight in the king's court in Turncoat and somehow contributed. Tell me a little bit more about this. Because those are the types of dreams you're having as your memories start to return.
The Empire... So the Empire spanned all of the Whisper Wood and even some lands beyond the west and east. It was ruled by an Emperor Sicarius at the time of its fall, Sicarius III. It was a time of great corruption, a time of great unrest. It was never more apparent than these times of the divide between peoples, the nobility, the peasants, and the artisans and craftsmen in between. Busy. And when Sicarius issued his intent for the dissolution of the Senate, there was a great rebellion against that. The Senate had been one of the few things that could keep the Emperor in check, a council of people from all levels. But with senatorial approval, through what people think are ill-begotten means, he was able to have the Senate approve its own dissolution, and nothing than that act was more indicative of how far the Empire had fallen. So some knightly orders took up sword for the people, others took up for the Emperor, and others for themselves. And peasants, militia, everything, all of it began to coalesce into a great war, and the fall had been complete when a group of mages within the Empire unleashed a terrible, destructive spell. But what that spell's effects were, none are truly certain, only that the next day the Empire was no more, and many things, many places, many beings that had once existed no longer did.
And the dream you have, you see this Emperor Sicarius as he walks out onto a balcony high up in some castle. You don't even know where this is, but it looks quite majestic. And he overlooks a crowd of thousands that have torches as the sun sets in the west. And he addresses them with a great booming voice magnified by magic and announces the dissolution of the Empire Senate, and everybody cheers. There's another cutscene and everything, and now you're seeing bloody battles, and then finally it ends with a blinding flash of white light, and then you see bands of people, beasts, wandering in the woods as if their mind is somehow befuddled. And then Targus and Urtrig, you wake up in a sweat, and it is dawn, and in through the door comes a very wet Jaxus and a very wet Balgrab. Oh, are these your friends?
What is this beast, Jaxus?
Utrig, waking up and wiping his forehead, looks up and sees this orc standing in front of him. My, wonder what tribes he's from.
What tribe I'm from? What are you talking about? You know where I'm from. You know where we're all from. Snarky's Fork.
And what are you doing in Ravens Gulch?
What is any orc ever doing? Fulfilling our lustful appetites for war, eh? Yeah, we plundered this area. Took all the women and men and children as slaves. And whoever resisted, well, let's just say I have a full belly. The rest of the men are doing cleanup up in the castle there. Word is they have the leadership all cornered like rats in the keep.
You must have had a great army to do all this.
We did. All left is now is the mop-up crew. I call it the fun crew, as we get to have fun with the survivors, if you know what I mean.
Yes. And how many do you have with you?
How many do I have with me? Oh, maybe a dozen, maybe more, maybe a little less, but around about that number. But you know, we orcs from Snarky's Fork are a burly bunch. We can hold our own. Especially against those lads way up in Zilzabar, priding themselves with all their riches and their fine and fancy buildings. Bunch of fish eaters they are.
Yes, constantly eating fish makes them soft.
They're soft. They live off the land, and they've grown fat and out of shape.
So somewhere around a dozen.
Around that, but if it's all same to you, that's been a nice swim, but I should get back to my post.
No, I think you should stay a while. And, Jaxus, are you there?
I feel like
Oh,
we lost
I was
it.
muted.
Ah.
Yeah. But yeah, Jaxus is like, yes, that might not be the best idea after that falling out you had with the other fellow.
What you talking about?
Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Was wondering
Besides,
why
we
there's blood
have
on
some.
my axe.
Hmm?
I was wondering why there's blood on my axe here. Did I do a bad thing?
Oh no, not at all. That other fellow was quite aggressive with you, after all. He
Yeah.
attacked you. Some intruder, of course, coming after the gulch.
I can't look sideways at an orc from Snarky's Fork. He'll run you right through.
Yes. He kind of looks to the others, and you both hear this very disconcerting sound within your mind. And you can tell it's Jax's voice, but it seems to echo from every angle. Yes, this one is under a charming spell. We've another 30, 40 minutes, something like that. Of course, I can rest for a while. Cast it again if need be. He thinks of me as his best friend, of course. Do as you wish with him. But you might want to learn the layout.
Yeah, Targus would, kind of grab the orc by the shoulders and look at him. And, you should show us then, if we're your friends, how to get back into Ravens Gulch.
Well, the best way in, as I say, is through the front door. The keep and the molten bailey, they had it all sealed up until we came in. pummeled them with a few catapults until they gave up. Like I
Aye.
said, they're weak-spined. But you walk on in. I got a couple blokes standing guard at the front gate. After that, there's well, inside they have a stable and a temple of sorts. A couple of my buddies are running through that place now. I think they have a few survivors in there. They plan to do off with their heads and play ball.
Yes. And you did mention there were some others holed up, yes? Did they not have some sort of escape route?
I suppose the lord of this area didn't quite count on us blokes from Snarky Forks coming right at him. Nah, they're holed up in the keep. Strong walls. Tore down the drawbridge so we can't get to them, but they can't have unlimited food. They can't have unlimited water. It's just a matter of time until we feast on the lords and the ladies of Ravens Gulch.
Quite a good job you've done, yes.
Indeed.
And Targus looks at Jaxus and looks at Bograg, and without warning, he's probably just going to try to start strangling him to death.
I'll just let you RP that.
Yeah, and Targus looks at Jaxus and gives him a look of knowing that he's about to kill this creature, and he looks at the orc and fight for your life if you can. And he wraps both his hands around his neck and just starts forcing him to the ground.
No! 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 What you doing to poor Bograg? I thought we friends. He starts to go.
The whole while as he chokes away and the spell begins to fade as aggression takes place. Jaxus...
I thought we friends. I see you, bunch of sauce.
Yeah, Jaxus watches on with this sickly sweet smile on his face as the life is choked out of him.
Yeah, eventually his eyes bug out from his skull, and he lays there at the foot of Targus, this giant minotaur, looking up with him at glazed over lifeless eyes. And Bograg of Snarky's Fork is no more.
Well, dozen men or more surrounding the keep. A few stragglers outside.
Yes. They're keeping watch in the trees. They almost spotted me. Well, I suppose he did. Poor Balgrag. He did manage to kill his friend quite well.
And now he's dead.
Yes. That's 2 of about a dozen down.
So that makes it 10.
These creatures,
A little bit more.
they're weak. We can defeat 10 of them.
Well, enough,
Hopefully.
considering that they're not all together. They should probably be able to easily wade through them. I agree.
Yes. I think perhaps we might be able to scale our way into the keep if need be, but honestly, given how they were, perhaps we take out the ones in the trees first, before they can sound any alarm. The other one did mention alarm. Of course, Balgrag didn't want to go alert them to his friend's presence, so stopped them.
Yeah, that'd be the first place we have to hit them.
Yes. Take out their scouts, their watchmen in the trees, kill them, and then, I don't know, we could scale in from the moat and get behind the bailey and such, and then, well, just work our way back towards the entrance. This temple sounds like it's enclosed, probably easy to kill those ones. And the guards outside, well, I don't think there'll be a problem by then.
You should do as you wish, and I should charge the front gate and begin to crack skulls. Are humans worth anything in a fight? I have not met one that is quite so skilled as of yet.
Yeah, they vary. Most of them are weak, but they have a few exceptionals.
They do make for fine distractions if you're thinking of helping the ones out of the keep.
They should help themselves and therefore aid us, if they can be reached to let them know that some kind of help is here.
Well, it sounds like they tore down the drawbridge, but I have a grappling hook that could get me over, perhaps.
Well, if we defeat them all surrounding the keep, and once we're done with that, maybe they'll come out freely and be our...
Yes, also true.
Or should I say, indebted servants. Rescued them is not free.
Yes, not at all. And as they said, there are apparently other slaves they've taken, although it sounds like they've probably dragged them off to, what was it, Snarky's Fork.
There's probably some spoils there as well, but I'm not sure how big their army is.
Yes, well, the fact you can call it an army enough is a problem. I say we take care of things one at a time. Deal with the gulch first.
Yes. Maybe there's enough in there so we can have our own little army of indentured servants.
Indeed. And a keep to boot.
This idea of having servants, indentured or slaves, does not appeal to me. But the idea of combat does. Might.
Oh, you don't have to tell them they're indentured.
They are free to leave if they're able to make payment for our services.
Yes.
I am not one for slaves. I have been in binds.
By all means, they can work it off.
Yes. Here's the thing. Bindings are useless. You can bind someone easily, but that resentment will always be there afterwards. But you save someone's life. You help them, and they wish to repay this debt. You do this properly, you don't have to bind them at all. They'll bind themselves.
Yes, protection is a swaying factor in a lot of people's minds, I guess, especially weak ones from Ravens Gulch.
Indeed. I think it's all something to be discussed later on anyway. We'll see what comes of it once we kill all these orcs.
Well, should we get to it then, or do you want to wait till nightfall?
Sounds like nightfall would be most advantageous to us.
Why don't you roll lore? Everybody, all of you guys can roll.
Cool.
Oh, you don't have a lore, is there?
History?
Yeah, history pretty much.
What is if
You can roll history.
If it's like species,
You
I think
guys-
it'd be
you guys
nature.
just know that orcs can see in the
Yeah.
dark.
Probably like nature, then, right?
nature? I would say nature
Well- Or you don't have to roll because you know it.
Yeah. So, I mean...
That's fair.
Yeah, so. Either way, same.
No. Can Targus see in the dark?
no. Well,
Hmm.
no.
Ah.
That may happen today.
Yeah, we might want to do it during the day then.
Yeah, Targus wouldn't want to wait till night anyways.
Yeah,
Well-
Jaxus doesn't have darkness yet, but once he does, it won't matter whether it's day or night anymore.
So, Bo, was that rest we took a long rest while Jaxus was out and about?
That was no long
No.
rest.
You're tired. You deal with it.
Well, I need to roll some hit dice then, if that was a short rest.
Roll the hit dice.
Get myself up to full here.
Jaxus is definitely gonna wanna. Why did it go down to? Oh yeah, I
you
took
got
4.
wrecked.
400 XP for the role play.
Yeah, I definitely wanna. Yeah. Wanna rest up a little bit myself. I have Jaxus chill for a while before we move out and do anything. So I'll do a short rest and heal a hit die. Yay! I'm back up
pretty
to
good.
top.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, some pretty fat HP. For a warlock. Awesome.
All right. So after sitting around discussing everything, he stands up. This is great sword against his shoulder. Well, I guess it's time.
Yes. We've work to be done.
Let's be about this.
No quarter to these orcs.
Yes. Poor dead Bolgrag. Yeah. I think Jaxus will have them kind of lead in. He'll keep his distance. If we're approaching from this way, right? Jaxus will kind of approach from off to the side. He'll have them kind of wait until he's moved up a bit through whatever kind of brush is around, and have these two go for the guys in the trees first. And then once these guys engage them, he'll flank, basically. If that suits the others.
All right. And you continue forth. You probably want to get as close as you can. How about everybody roll a stealth for me?
Yeah, well,
You only got to beat a 10.
Ooh, I don't know how much Targus really cares, but I'll do it.
Jaxus comes in at the night, but
well,
No.
It doesn't matter.
we come in like we own the joint.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll initiative. These two.
Alrighty.
Poor.
We are rolling the fucking initiative and stealth and shit. The fucking attacks aren't too bad, but goddamn.
It's definitely fitting for this group.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sending. This guy gets to go first. He goes, there! Up from the tradeway! And he climbs down from his tree. He's going to use aggressive to get right onto Targus.
Oh shit.
Charges him with unnatural speed almost.
Preternatural.
Preternatural
speed.
speed.
Swings at him.
It definitely hits.
Ooh.
Well,
These boys and their axes. Damn.
Urtrig.
Utrig seeing the orc come out and engage, he's gonna want to end this guy quickly so they could carry on to the next one with minimum damage. He's gonna charge in and pop his rage. He's gonna
How long does it last?
you know, maybe he's, I'm gonna wait because there's gonna be a lot of fighting going on.
Do you have any potions left?
No, we only have 3.
I have mine. For right now.
He did save his, yeah. For
Save,
now.
I didn't need it.
He did just get chunked with 12 slashing, so...
That was bad.
Yeah, I'll rage first. So that's been on. Alright, and he will attack recklessly, giving him advantage.
That's a hit.
18. 13 slash.
13, that kills him.
Weak these guys are. This should be no problem, Targus.
The next orc is up. He climbs down and he runs towards... Oh, I can't make it there. He goes 60 feet, running towards Urtrig, and launches his spear at him.
Oh shit. God
shit.
damn. They're chunking it.
Slams into your back, sticks there for a while, then falls out. Get away! Get away! You're ruining our fun!
That hurt.
Jaxus, you're up.
Awesome. Yeah. Let me just adjust this so I can see. There we go. Yeah, Jaxus will kind of... What kind of distance does he have here? 25? Okay, yeah. Jaxus will move up a ways. like so to flank a bit. And yeah, I better help. They're about to get in a fight. So Jaxus, before doing anything else, is pretty much just going to jump right into the Eldritch Blast as he launches this beam of force towards the thing. 13 hit.
13 does hit.
Nice. For 7 force damage.
7. Tell him what it looks as he gets fried by this thing.
Yeah, there's, again, he kind of holds the crystal along his neck as it begins to glow brightly, and the beam of force rips into the thing, again, breaking him down a bit, and the impact into his chest kind of breaks away like crumbling wood in a fireplace as it turns to ash, and he lays now dead.
And for now, combat is over. Of course, the other 2 sentries killed each other.
Yay!
Thanks to Jaxus. What are you doing now?
Jaxus slowly kind of moves up.
Yeah, Utrig will go ahead and start. Utrig's gonna go ahead and move up, walking down the road with his great sword in his hand, rested against his shoulder like a baseball bat would be.
Targus yanks the potion from his satchel, gulps it down, throws it in the ground, shattering it.
Quite a hit you took.
Another scar for the collection. Such is the way.
Yes.
Can Jack just see this guy up here on that broken drawbridge?
You can. He can barely see him.
Oh. That's quite a ways away. But how far away? A little bit too far.
You can roll a perception check for me.
Cool. Yep. Where is the button? Oh yeah, it's a skill, isn't it?
Yep.
There we go. Oh, nothing.
You hear him. You can't hear what he's saying, but you hear from across the moat because the sound carries over the water. You hear this. And he holds up like 3 fingers, and then he walks back inside the boat and Bailey.
Yeah, Jaxus runs back over to keep up with the others. Did you all hear that? Looked like a rather big orc up there shouting something towards the keep.
I didn't hear much. Sounds like battle over there to me.
Yes, well. What do you think? Shall we go from the water and scale our way up, or just walk in like you said?
And I think there's something to be said about trying to fight people from water.
Yes, true enough. Very well, and you see Jaxus kind of raise up the crystal and cast a spell as he moves along after you two. As he casts Armor of Agathis on himself, as this foul, blackish, smoke-like frost covers him, forming ice around his skin. Well, scales.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Cool.
You have many tricks, wizard.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't be much of a... well, I'm not a wizard anyway. A warlock, if you will.
Do you not cast spells? Are all of these things not wizards?
You can call me as you wish. I don't quite care. But I think the wizards would complain.
I care
You know
not.
how uppity they can be.
Never mind their opinions. You are lizard wizard, and that is that.
I prefer Jaxus, but as I said, call me as you wish.
Another 400 XP for the RP.
Yay. Fucking fat stacks of XP.
So as you kind of come across the moat there, you look to your right and there's a palisade and there is a drawbridge that is down. And you hear orc voices from inside the guard towers, just kind of hemming and hawing and obviously enjoying themselves. Yeah. Any action over there? No, no action over here. Oh, you sure you haven't seen anything? And they start to laugh and just, no, I didn't see nothing. We killed them all. But you just hear voices now. But then one of them says, but there, down below, for real. Quit pulling my chain. And they do see you from below. These orcs up in their tower. And they're going to roll initiative.
Are either of them sticking out enough to where Jaxus can see them?
They're sticking out enough to see. If you're going to shoot them with a ranged weapon, it's going to be at a disadvantage.
Alrighty.
What the hell is that?
What the? Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Targus, you're up.
Shit.
First time.
The initiative, fucking all today.
Get him, Dargus.
I'm trying to find something on rules for delay because I want to delay. I have something in mind I want to do. Yeah, so I'll whisper you because it's pretty good. But yeah.
The first orc is going to throw his javelin at Mr. Ulrich.
Javelin.
13.
Hey. Nope.
Oh, so
Nice.
it clanks.
Clanks
Aside.
off my skin.
Jaxus.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I think for Eldritch Blast, you just have to be able to see them.
Yes.
So yeah.
There is a range on it, but it's quite long.
Yeah, it's 120 foot. I'm pretty sure we're within range. It was like 70 something. Yeah, 75. So I'm definitely within range. And you said it was disadvantaged because of cover? Yeah.
With magic, I don't think it would be. No.
Sweet.
With cover that does suffer certain things.
Well, I mean, he's not behind cover. He's just kind of at an odd angle. I think with that he'd be fine.
Cool. Oh yeah, baby.
Which one are you targeting?
I was gonna go for this one.
Okay. He's like kind of leaning out of the doorway. And what's going on here?
Oh yeah. Is there a separate button for crit, or is it just double? Oh fuck, shit. Never mind.
Yeah, it should take it me.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Just for effect.
There's this massive blast against
What's that? So
Jaxus's
it's 16?
hand. Holy shit,
16
yeah.
is enough to kill him. So what looks like as he does the fall out of the tower there.
Oh yeah, there's this massive blast from Jaxus's hand of this kind of multicolor power as it rips into him, and again as he falls, bits of him kind of fall off like ash and soot as he just crumbles and then collides with the water.
That causes his friend to step outside onto the draw blank as he kind of wields his great axe. And Targus.
Yes. Targus seeing an orc coming across the bridge. Uhtrig, you hear and just get bowled out of the way. Not too roughly, but enough for me to smash past. And Targus swings his head and attempts to do a hammering horn shove to throw this orc off the bridge.
Oh, the shove. I forgot about the shove.
I'll tell you, when I saw that dude up on that ledge earlier, that was the first time I've ever regretted not taking the blast that does a 10-foot knockback.
So it's a dash a dash attack first, and then we have to do an athletics off or whatever. Yeah. So I have to. Yeah. Make a melee attack. Yep.
Athletics?
Oh, so it's the attack first, actually, because it says I have to use the attack action to make a melee. When I use the attack action to make a melee attack, whether I hit or not, I think I can try to do the shove. So we'll just do it for the sake of me doing it. See if I damage him anyway.
The miss with the horns.
And then athletics to shove him.
Ooh.
Nice. Holy shit.
PC wins. In my world.
That is fair enough. Yeah, so Targus, as he comes up, he misses the goring, but then whips his head back around again and punts him into the side of the moat here. The bridge is mine, whelp.
And as you cross the bridge, you see in at the courtyard. The courtyard is littered with these missiles that were hurled from trebuchets or catapults. And you see a group of goblins in there. And in the back of them is this giant orc with armor that looks to be made with the skin of a few dozen men. And around their head is this dark and swirling magic. And he just says, "Wakalo!" And
Uh-oh.
he casts Bless
Oh my.
on these three guys. I'm gonna
That's
roll.
useful.
I'm gonna roll initiative for them. Started here. Initiative. Initiative.
God damn.
Initiative.
Goblin's on point.
Initiative. Sending. Goblin boss goes first. Does he have aggressive? He doesn't. What a skank. He moves 30 feet towards you. He's going to do double move.
Oh my god, I've just realized something. Please keep them in that bottleneck. Oh.
Orc Eye of Groomish. What is he going to... He's going to delay. This goblin, he does have aggressive. 60. He's going to move towards you. Targus, you're up.
Oh wait.
You can you can still get to the square in front of him. Yeah.
Yeah, you do hear, if I'm allowed to like speak out of turn, Jaxus would kind of, you would hear a voice into your mind of, bring them closer into the stopgap. Lead them to me.
And Targus doesn't answer in his mind. He looks over. Why?
Trust me. You saw what I did to the wolf.
He's chomping at the bit. Just kind of breathes heavy out of his nose, but he's just gonna delay. And if one does come in front of me, I will attempt to grapple with it.
You're delaying.
Yeah. We'll heed the wizard for now.
Wizard. This guy is going to move 60. Jaxus, you're up.
Can I move and then delay, or do I have to delay?
I think you can delay your action. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Jaxus.
If everybody starts delaying, it's just going to be a moot point.
Yeah, Jaxus moves up. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let me double check this line. Okay.
This guy.
It is like the perfect line too.
Or
But actually,
Oh, you want to go?
yeah, because there's no need for me to delay in this case because they're not close enough anyway. They will be soon. I just needed to move up. So in this case, I will cast Hex on. Let's go with. Let me see what the range is. Well, this guy's exactly in range, so I guess I'll cast it on him. So he is now hexed, and I will go with Dexterity, of course.
Hexed!
Oh yeah, let me click the thing so it does the fancy sound. Yeah.
Oh, I'm hexed! Ortrick. Ortrick, son of Ortrick.
Oh, I think Orchard's gonna move. He's gotta move. Not much you can do after that.
You move twice if you want.
That is true. What is that? Like a disengage, right? Not disengage, dash.
Yes.
We'll go ahead and do that. That sounds great. Leroy it.
Leroy Jenkins.
Utrecht, son of Utrecht.
Oh man, if Urtrick's going, I'm probably gonna go
Oh shit.
whenever it comes back
Sounds
around.
like Goblin boss is up again. Oh. Does he not have? Why is he not aggressive like the rest of them? Just. I guess he has to. He can only move 60. Oh. He can reach you. He comes at you and he swings his scimitar. Twice.
Shit.
16. 6 slashing. He swings it again at disadvantage this time. 11. That's a miss.
I don't have my rage on, so I'm not resistant.
I have Grumosh. He delayed, but he never actually went. So, just his turn again. He's going to move. He's aggressive. He's going to move to here since he's aggressive. And what is he going to do? Spiritual Weapon Spear creates a floating spectral weapon within 60 feet. Lasts for 1 minute.
Ooh.
And he can attack. So he attacks with that against you, Erdrig. So behind you, there's a spectral spear that jabs you in your left side. And that was a 19. Oh no, 12. 12. We'll take that second one. That misses, right?
Yeah, that'll miss.
Alright, but that's there for 1 minute.
That's rough.
And I found a spear. Not a spear. There you go. Ah, it's right behind you, jabbing you in the side.
What is this?
The hexed goblin encircles you, shooting, slashing at you with his scimitar, but misses. Targus, you're up.
Yeah, seeing Urtrig run in there and he just starts ignoring Jax's and sprints in.
Yeah, with the two of them kind of up there in the face of combat, there's a few curses and draconic in the back from Jax.
And he's gonna bully his way through, staying in that engagement. And, alright, I'm gonna try to grab the boss first. Grapple.
Grabbing the boss.
God damn. Mm.
25. You're not gonna beat that. You've grabbed the boss.
And I'm gonna go ahead and do my action surge. It's back. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to shove him into the ground to make him go prone with my bonus action. My extra action from surge. Which is gonna be another athletics. Yeah, it's the same kind of test. It's me just trying to make him go into prone condition.
Oh, there you go. Got it. Boom. So he's slammed. Proned and hexed.
Yeah, so Targus pushes by, just kind of shoulder checks the one goblin that was there, and then grabs the boss and just kind of slams him into the ground.
The next gentleman comes behind you, Targus, and stabs you with his scimitar, and he hits you for 3 damage there. Jaxus, you're up.
Alrighty. Side question. If you're stay in range of a creature and move, but don't leave its range, they don't trigger an attack of op, do they?
Correct.
If you don't leave its combat area.
Yeah. If you're
Okay.
for you, it matter.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because I was gonna say, if Targus were able to, like, take the spot of the boss and put the boss right there, that'd be convenient. Just saying, in future cases, but, for now, Jax is gonna Eldritch Blast this little son of a bitch.
I have to physically move him, though. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
But he is hexed, so he takes the extra 1d6.
Yep.
Product.
Which there's even a button for, I found out, which I can click. There we go. Now it's
So many
active.
resources. Boom,
Oh
that hits.
yeah. Oh baby. Oh, 11 total.
11 and ooh. He's gone. Which one is it? Which one you're attacking?
The hexed one. Yeah,
The
this
hexed
little guy
one.
here.
He's dead.
Oh yeah, the blast etches into him, kind of eroding at the side of the skull. As kind of a scream echoes out and kind of fades, without ever really quite stopping until it's just silent. As then I'll use my bonus action to move the hex to the boss goblin, and I will declare dexterity ability checks. It's having the disadvantage on.
Got it. All right. Next up, this gentleman here. He's going to post up next to the temple. And he has a... does he have a... He has a javelin that he's going to throw at Urtrig, and he hits.
Oof.
7.
God damn it, coming for you, boy.
You got javelins and spears. It is your turn, though, now.
Alright. Well, Uhtred is gonna go get pretty angry at spears and javelins keep poking him. So he's gonna go into a rage. And he's gonna go into another frenzy. Lower him down to 2 levels of exhaust. Which gives him the bonus hit. And since the guy's grappled, he's no longer any concern of mine as far as
He is
disengaging.
grappled and prone, and he makes all attacks at disadvantage, and all attacks against him are advantage if we are within 5 feet of him.
Nice. And he's got disadvantage on dex abilities, so...
Yeah, he's not even gonna bother. He seeing Targus has him. He's gonna move on to the goblin and just threw a javelin at him. And he's gonna swing at him, frothing at the mouth, wanting blood. And this will be a reckless attack and with advantage. So that's 12.
And he's done for. Tell me what that looked like.
So as he moves up, frosting at the mouth. Little one, throw the spear at me, now you shall die. And he just kind of overhand swings the great sword and splits him. And then he turns over the eye, the orc with the clouds floating upon him.
That goblin boss, he's the one that's wrestling with you there, right? Alright, he's going to try to break your hold with an athletics. He breaks out of the hold. That's an action. He's going to stand up so he's not prone anymore. And then he has multi-attack, so that's his second action. And I'm going to attack you with Scimitar with disadvantage. 8, but then I roll a d6 because he's blessed. 13
Nope,
is that?
17.
Ah! You want to wrestle? Let's wrestle.
Oh,
Eye of Grumish. He moves his spear, following Erdrig. And he goes,
man.
You can run, but you can't hide. 9.
Oof.
That's a miss, right?
Yeah, it's a mess.
Certainly hope so.
Does
Be
he
bad
have
times otherwise.
multi-attack?
Shit.
Does not have multi-attack. So, Targus, you're up.
if you insist, and he will again try to grapple the boss.
I just need to make a like a wrestle macro. Oh, barely.
Not a bad idea.
You grab him. Then what?
I don't have any bonus act. This gets better as I get extra action, so pretty much all I can do is just grab people right now.
This is a build that is weak for now, but
Later, it is.
hopefully has
It's
an upside.
disgusting.
The goblin near you swings and attacks 15. That's a miss, but he is blessed with unholy magic.
That one.
So,
Shit. No,
18.
oof, just enough.
8.
Oh, jeez.
Get off of my boss!
Targus spits on him. Blood and spittle.
Righty. Jaxus kind of seeing that his buddy's getting slashed is going to kind of move up this way and kind of reel his head back, his whole body, his arms kind of arched down into the sides as he then thrusts his head forward, opening his maw, and I will do my dragon breath, spewing a line of acid in 30 feet onto these two.
I think you get the bad guys and miss Targus.
Oh yeah?
Is it a cone or a line?
Oh, it's a line.
Yeah, diagonal
If
line.
I see him about to do it, I could use him as a body shield. Use him as cover, technically.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I love black dragons. They're the fucking most badass shit.
Make it so.
Where's the thing? You have a blood somewhere. Breath weapon. Oh yeah. 8 damage. DC 11. Dexterity save. To take half damage. And of course, when it hits the other dude, he does also take an extra D6 of necrotic.
Oh my god. The boss. Okay, so the boss, he's going to do a dexterity save, but it's at disadvantage. Alright, that does actually make it, so I'm going to do another one. That's a fail.
Yes.
So he's going to take the full damage. So that's 8 plus 1d6, right? 'Cause he's hex.
Plus 2. Yeah, I rolled it. So it's
So-
10 total. 8
10.
acid and 2 necrotic.
10 plus, oh, you rolled it.
Yeah.
So how much total did he take?
10.
10? Okay. Still alive. But his face is burned. Ow! My eyes! My eyes! And the other guy... Ooh, he does get his check.
Ooh, so he takes half damage, so
So 4.
4 acid.
Takes 4. And he is disfigured. His flesh is melting off. Even one eye melts out of his eye socket, Indiana Jones style. But yet, he fights on.
Wicked.
Urtrig of Hellspear. Being chased by spears.
Utrig's gonna move closer to the orc with the clouds, but he's not gonna dash in because he wouldn't. I don't think the bonus attack thing would not be worth it at this time, so he's gonna move. Yeah, so he'll move there. And then he'll hold an action if the Grummish comes with an attack.
All right. Goblin boss. He's not prone anymore,
Nope,
I
he stood
believe.
He is simply
Stood
grappled.
He is grappled. So I still gotta break your grapple. Alright, let's do it. I'm blessed! 8.
Oh, sweet.
Even a roll of 6, I can't beat that. I'm still grappled. What can I do?
If he has extra actions, you can keep trying to break the grapple.
I do. I have multi. I'll say I can do it again. He's the boss after
He is a
all,
boss.
right?
Makes sense.
Boss of goblins. Boss of weak goblins. As the Minotaur with his strong birdie arms holds him in a close embrace. He can do little. On the other hand, the priest of the orcs looks at Urtrig. You can't run from me. And I am wise enough not to fight you foot to foot. And what he does...
Ooh.
Groomish Fury to attack with that spear again. Oh, 9.
Miss.
I think that's a miss.
Yeah.
And
Man.
I miss, so I don't get to use my damage.
Sweet.
Targus, you're up.
Targus is tiring of the other little one grabbing him or stabbing at him, so he's going to go ahead and take his big meaty paw and grab this goblin by the neck. Yep,
This one?
with the other hand.
Alright, I'm not even gonna have to roll it. He only has 1 HP left, so...
Oh shit. I mean,
Just grab him
I'll take it.
squeeze
Yes,
him.
Targus just grabs him, picks him up, and then that's enough from you.
Oh, I can just imagine him like pushing at the chin with his thumb and just the yeah. Brutal.
Jackson, I think you're up.
Alrighty, yeah, he takes a step back, kind of again, his hand on the crystal, reaches his other hand out towards the goblin boss in Targus's hand, and releases a blast towards it. He just clicked a button. Oof. Yeah, but doesn't quite land.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
That
Oh,
doesn't
it
quite
fucking
land.
hit me.
I am fucking holding. You are holding him.
I think that might hit him.
It could hit me.
Nah,
You want me to roll?
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I won't do
Cool.
that. But what I'll do is at the last minute, you realize it's going to hit him. So for your next attack, I'm going to give you a disadvantage. It's okay.
Alright, yeah, he's kind of off position,
That
and
seems like a reasonable thing,
that makes sense, yeah.
because I think it might kill him otherwise.
It might well do that. I was gonna say.
You
I
can't be
mean, just-
Eldritch blasting somebody who's like being held by another person.
Might not be the best move, yeah. And just for curiosity's
Overzealous
sake,
dragon wizard.
Ugh.
You can't trust the wizard.
All right.
Wizard.
You can't.
Urtrig, you're up.
No, I'm not running from you. I'm just running towards you. And he will take his full move to smile with a folding mouth as he swings at him. It's going to be a reckless attack, so it's with advantage. Holy fuck.
17 that hits.
17. Good? Alright.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Good thing you use that reckless shit.
Yeah.
It's 14.
14.
This is a foe that's very powerful. Bang! It clanks off his armor, but he continues to fight. Oh, so now we meet face to face.
Your face will soon be beating my boot.
We'll see about that. Oh. All right, Goblin Boss. He's still in the loving embrace.
It's a gentle caress.
15.
Poor Gabas.
It's pretty good.
Ooh. Just have that blessing as well. Shit.
I'll roll my blessing if you beat it. If I get a 6, I
Yeah,
guess
you
I could beat you, right?
Yeah.
Ah!
No.
Whoa.
PCs win. I get to go again, though. Just trying the old Goblin Jiu-Jitsu on you.
If he throws this fucking Minotaur, could you imagine?
Oh!
Ooh. Poor
Wait, did he roll a 1?
He
It's a
rolled 2.
No, he rolled 2. He just didn't have my bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's it.
Weak little Gabo.
Eye of Groomish. Groomish's Fury. And at this point, that spear behind Uhtred blinks out of his existence. And instead, he swings at him with his spear, trying to gut him. 19.
That hits.
Oh shit.
15.
Well, I got resistance to piercing.
Oh,
so
thank Christ for that.
So that's 7, right?
yeah.
It rounds up to 8.
7,
It'll be 8. Yep.
8. And then I got extra 1d8, right?
Oh yeah, you do. Shit.
I'll just go ahead and roll it with deduct.
Eee!
That's 12 then, I think, because it's all the damage has.
Yeah. Fuck.
Ah, you are but a
boy.
bastardization of our race. What is your name, pray do tell, before I snuff the life out of you?
I'll tell you as you lay dying. And he's kind of half double over at this.
Targus.
Yeah, Targus looks at the lizard wizard. Quit bumbling. Finish it. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to shove the goblin back prone, get him back on the ground.
The shove. Give me the shove.
Yeah.
Ooh. He might roll bugs, you never know. Oof,
Never that.
of course.
I will use a bonus action second wind though. 'Cause
Nice.
that not dying sounds
Just
good.
in case I hit you.
1d10 plus your level. So
Nice.
9? 9? That's really
Nope,
good.
that's I included the level in there. So it's 7.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
7. Still good. And is that it?
That is.
alrighty. Well, I think this Scabo needs to go.
You're at a disadvantage, unfortunately.
Yeah, we need to get rid of this guy, so I'll go for this, and I will make sure the damage is active. But, so it's 9, which I'm sure doesn't hit, as he kind of tries to blast towards it, but the thing is squirming in Targus's
It
grip.
does not. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Can you do anything else?
Nope. Although I can move up, which I will, as Jaxus kind of moves up this way. And actually, you know what? Jax is gonna move up like right here. So he's up by the goblin.
Ertrig.
Utrig, summoning his strength, wields his great sword up in the air again as he recklessly swings down at the orc.
What's relentless endurance? What's that?
That's when I get down to 0, I'll go to 1 once per
Okay.
a,
All right, that's good. That's good.
yeah,
That's very good.
at least
Please
I
do
think.
that.
Yeah, I'm not killed outright. I drop to 1 hit point instead. I can use this feature again until I long rest. I'll get another round in before I completely die. But yeah, so this will be with advantage.
Nice.
Don't need it. And this time I'm not going to forget my bonus attack.
17.
Yep, 15, 16, 17, 18 hit.
Oh yeah, it hits.
11 for that one. So
Oh,
that's
he's
28.
bloodied.
Whew.
He's bloodied. He's ah, ah. Oh, you have much hate in you. Join us. You are at least half orc. You are half the warrior I am.
I don't like your chaos.
All right, the wrestler.
Bring it, you little goblin
Here we go
shit.
again.
Let him
Trying
go.
to break free. 11.
Roll shit. Let him go. Trust me.
Never.
Damn it! God damn.
Oh, that's a bonus attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the. I'm gonna go ahead and just start trying to gore him with the horns.
Nice.
Oh God.
Give him the horns.
How many do you have left? He has 8 left.
That's 8.
Perfect.
That's how does he die?
His ceaseless squirming and the lizard wizard's ineptitude finally gets the best of Targus, and then I shall do it myself, and he just smashes his skull into it, and it caves in his face, and throws it aside.
Very nice.
Oh, it's included in the attacks.
Is it?
Maybe I should give you some points back.
Yeah, I'll take a little bit.
No. Just only the melee one would be the one that actually got you in, not the spiritual. Yeah.
Oh.
But let me look. Because
Oh,
let me
it's
see.
just baseline. I
No,
see.
yeah. Remove. Give yourself 8 back. Give yourself 8 back.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
So you're 11.
I see.
You're 11.
I thought he was hitting pretty fucking hard.
He is. He
He
does
should probably
hit hard.
get 4
Oh,
back
yeah.
because he did get it halved on the 8.
Oh,
True,
yeah, he did.
yes.
Good job, Ghost.
problem.
Thank you.
But his
You know,
attack-
actually, you are close
Yeah.
to death.
and his attack does have advantage.
I can't blame him. I do
I
the
gotta
same
keep.
shit to
I gotta
everybody.
keep him honest.
Yeah,
Keep him honest.
I feel you. I do the same shit.
So tell me, what is your name? Tell me it now, so when I resurrect you from the Inferno realms, I can meet you face to face, and perhaps we can share a barrel of grog together.
You can call me the Reaper of your soul.
You are no poet, half-breed.
Hmm.
14. Yes.
Well, he has advantage, so he does.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not very good.
Are you sure it includes that in there?
3. I don't think
It
it's
says
included.
2d8. I don't think spears are more than a d8, so
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the D8,
Yeah.
not the 4. I
Yeah.
expected to see a +4.
Yeah.
so that's 4 from
So
half.
that-
Oh, yeah, you take 7. So
4.
you take 4. You take 4. That bring you to 3, right?
Yeah. Back to where I was.
Does not have multi-attack. Son of a bitch.
Utrig
Alright.
leaning over still.
Taurus, you're up. Ford Taurus.
We're going in. full hammering horns dash. Or rather, goring rush.
Melee attack with as a bonus action. Show me the horns.
Yikes,
Show me
not
the
very
horns.
Oh
No.
shit.
Who is this friend here with the horns? Doesn't he know that the eye of Gromush is more powerful than thee? Jackson's here up.
All right, Jaxus will move up here, kind of behind the stone from a trebuchet. And I don't have disadvantage now, right? All right, yeah, as I'll use my bonus action to apply the hex to this guy. And then I will Eldritch Blast this son of a bitch.
Oh no, the hex! The hex!
The fucking X. Let's get it. Damn it. Suddenly
11.
fucking shit.
Oh, it does.
Oh, it does hit?
Yes.
Oh, sick.
His
Ooh, my boy.
it's 17?
18. Oh, yeah,
18?
17, yeah. 17.
Tell me what it looks like as you finish him off.
Fucking KS and son of a bitch. Yeah, Jaxus, as he kind of walks up and sees this other spellcaster before him, there's kind of this faint look of revulsion as he sees, an opponent in a proper right this time. As he raises his hand up, the blast echoing with power as it shoots out towards this guy, collides with his face, and you see this kind of greenish light billow out from the guy's ears, eyes, and skull as it just turns to dust.
And all around you, you catch your breath as the din of battle dies down. Unfortunately, you hear the screams of women coming from the buildings north of you.
Yeah, being in a pretty fine condition and realizing the others are a bit rough, Jaxus charges forward in this building, I assume?
Both of those. This one and this one. There's
Oh, well, Jaxus was closer to the other one, so he'd go for that one first. He'd step over and pop the door open. Ready to
Matt, you missed
slaughter
that
some
meeting. I
more.
already said the women and children. Multiple times. I think Urban said, but not just the men, but the women and the
Yeah.
children. Are you going in alone to the
I'll
temple?
back him up.
You really can't desecrate the temple.
Yeah,
Guys are both
moving
winning.
up.
Oh, he's
Hobbling
definitely
up.
desecrating the temple just by taking a step towards it. Fuck, so Jaxus. But yeah, Jaxus heads in, wanting to slaughter some more orcs.
There you go.
Let me zoom this in here.
There's one orc left. Roll initiative.
Alrighty.
Oh, he's...
Hey! What you doing barging in here, ruining my fun with these ladies?
Oh, it's a shame I don't have a casting left to use Charm Person. It's okay, because I'm going to kill him. Well, they'll probably get to him first, let's be honest.
Alright, so he looks at you and says, Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Ah, congratulations, you figured out how to count.
And he charges at you, Erdtrig, son of Erdtrig. His great axe and swings. 15.
Poor boy.
Yep, that would hit. My
Oh,
rage's
shit.
been a minute, I think, right?
12.
Oh no.
Good night.
12
Ooh.
slashing.
Down.
What happens?
Oh, and I go back to one. So as he collapses, as he kind of leans back after getting hit, it looks like he's about ready to die. You just see his eyes open back up and focus on the orc that just attempted to kill him. That was pretty good. And he leans forward with his greatsword and gives a swing. He will not be enraged, but he will do a reckless attack, give him advantage.
Didn't even need it.
God damn. Holy shit.
So
Whoa!
that's
Oh!
Yeah, now.
3, 4, 25.
He had 18, so tell me what it looks like as he perishes.
So as he comes forward, dragging his greatsword along the ground, he musters up the strength to swing it up. And he catches from the groin, gets up to the belly button, then he kicks the body off the sword. I do believe I'm almost spent.
Jaxus. Well, you certainly do look worse for wear, but he kind of steps over the orcish corpse. Do not worry, ladies. Your saviors are here. Stay here. It'll be safer for you.
Thank goodness you're here. We are merely matrons of the temple. All that is ours is yours. Just please save my sisters. Some of them fled to the end, others to the keep in the south of town.
Jaxus steps
please.
forward and place a hand on either of their shoulders. Do not worry, maidens. We will ensure as many as possible are saved. You can trust in us.
And Uhtred moves up. You mentioned all that is yours. What do you have? I need something to heal.
This is for posterity, not in character, but here's what my thing generated.
Oh, nice.
We have some coin here, but I do implore you. Go now.
Yes, of course. Of course. And you guys might notice, like, the whole time he's doing this, you see that same sickly sweet smile on his face as when he watched Balgrag die. As he then kind of gives them both a nod and a short bow and kind of charges back out.
Well, God doesn't heal nobody. He'll turn around. At that point.
You head outside the temple.
Yeah, Jaxus will head over to the inn, I suppose.
Yeah. You hear continued screams from the inn.
To the inn.
Yes.
And also, my armor of Agathis and my hex are still active. The hex I can, because it lasts for an hour with concentration, so I can just use the bonus action to apply it to another dude until it runs out. And armor of Agathis lasts for a full hour, so.
Very good. Come in on the ground floor here.
Fucking hot goblin.
Uh-oh. We've got
Walking
some
on the
fucking
ground floor.
hobos.
There's somebody down there kind of keeping going. Hey! Oi! Intruders! Intruders!
This guy definitely looks like an opponent, so yeah, let's... Initiative, yeah.
Initiative. Fine. Oh, 21!
Fucking shit! These guys! Bring you little
They're
son
ready
of a
to
bitch.
go.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Jaxus?
Yay! Finally! Guess his motherfucking spell not shit can hit me.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, right. It's gonna fucking slap me for like 5,000, God knows.
He comes at you with a giant long sword, swinging it two-handed.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely that definitely slaps. Beats my 12 AC. deals 5, takes the 5 temporary exactly from Armor of Agathis, and he takes 5 frost damage.
Nope. I'm
Oh,
not
shit.
within 5 feet of a ally, so.
Oh,
Nice.
thank God.
Yeah, so it chunks off the frost, the kind of ice, the hoary ice that's built up over Jaxus, of that weird shadowy hue.
Is that gone now?
Yeah, but when it hits him, the tendrils of that frost kind of echo down his blade and up him and deal 5 damage to him in turn of frost damage.
Yes. Oh, so cold.
Targus steps forward and is going to attempt to put this hob into a headlock. So grapple.
God, please. Just kill him, man.
A hob and headlock.
All right. A hob and a headlock. You got him in a headlock.
Nice.
Jax.
Alright, I'll use my bonus to transfer the hex. And I will Eldritch Blast this fool. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. It feels
Whoa.
so
Oh,
good.
he's gone.
It feels so good.
How do you melt him away, Indiana Jones style?
Oh yeah, this time, I mean, he's close enough. Jaxus, seeing that he's in this headlock up against Targus, he reaches out and kind of pretty much places his hand against this guy's chest, the sharp fingertips digging in as he blasts the spell directly into him, channeling it fully as this guy roars out, the light again billowing from his face as he turns to dust.
All right, what are you going to do next? You still hear from the stairs? Ah! No! No!
Well, I do still have some movement, so I guess down this way, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it's up the steps. It's upper level.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess I have exactly enough to get up that way. That far.
That's where we'd be going.
So that's Jaxus. Blocking the stairs. Oh, are we off of initiative? Can I just move up?
Yep, you just move up here. I will move you guys.
Oh,
and
cool.
Up the steps. And... Did I move all of you? I think I only picked up 2 of you.
I think you definitely got me
Oh, there you
somewhere. Although I can't see where. Could you ping us over?
No, I missed somebody. I missed you. I'll grab you.
I was about to say, I hope that's Targus there, not some other Minotaur.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be bad. Ah,
Bad
there we are.
vibes.
There.
Is this the top right here, or is it the...
Oh, yeah, right there is where we should be.
Okay.
Do I
Don't you
have-
worry,
do I have
Jax. We are the
problems?
tops.
There are many spots in this map. Yeah, I think we're good. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, but again, similar symptom. Oh, stand clear of the treasure, lady. Stand clear of the treasure and I won't have to slit your throat or simply bash you over the head with this here axe.
Is there a doorway, or...
Yes, there is a door.
Rip the door down.
Yeah, Jaxus kind of just swings it open, kind of motions for Targus to go.
Yes, and Targus does go.
Roll your initiative.
Well.
Yes!
Fucking initiative, man. God damn.
I fluctuate between very high or very low.
I'm kind of... I've got some really low ones and some mediocre ones.
God, I'm on the
Targus.
streak now. Fuck.
Targus,
You know what
you're
I'm
up.
gonna do. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
grab 'em.
not, but we'll try it.
Well, we'll see.
9.
You might get like
Every time you say that, stop.
Get away from me! You
Yeah,
whole
you-
bitch. Kind of pushes you away. Since you aggressed him, he comes after you with his great axe. Leave me to my business and my women.
That is right
17.
on my AC.
Oof.
11.
Yeesh.
Still standing, just barely. Yeah, Targus takes a huge cut across his chest, deep, and actually takes a step back.
Utrig seeing Targus take a vicious blows. Blah, that's the last thing you'll do. Moves up, reckless attack. So it's with the van. 10.
Advantage.
A 10.
10. Negative.
Fuck.
I can tell you're weak and bleeding, half-breed.
That's the same thing your mom said.
Jaxus.
Transfer to Hex and blast the fool. Let's do it. Oh, yes.
That's a hit.
There we go.
12. And he has 9.
Lovely. As
So-
the blast again tears into his chest, leaving a kind of hole of ash as it kind of caves in. Jaxus again dashes forward. Are you all right? I hope he didn't hurt you.
Hey, we are okay. Please go to the keep. My husband is there. He's a knight. Save him.
Of course, of course.
He's sequestered there with the Lord.
Yes, we will save you all. Do not worry. You had best head to the temple. There are others there. Women. You can hide with them.
I don't suppose you have any potions of healing laying around.
Let me roll.
Probably more gold that I can't do nothing with.
There's always use for gold,
I'm-
but
I'm
there's
so,
its place.
I'm sorry. We have no use of such things.
Ooh. Definitely some stuff to grab later, though. Of course. We would gladly accept your aid later. We do have much need. But for now, we must go help, of course. We'll save your friends and your family.
We're heading back out.
Yep.
The princess is in another castle.
God, I love Eldritch Blast.
Pretty nice. Especially with that hex.
Oh god, yeah, Hex is the best. Just
Alright.
being able to concentrate on it from a distance and just keep slapping it onto new opponents.
We're over 3 hours. Hope you're
Oh,
still having
yes.
fun.
Oh,
you
I
must,
love it.
you must
It's so
finish
good.
it.
So you walk out of the inn. The screaming has ceased. You still hear from the south side somebody yelling at the keep. And
Yeah.
you guys can roll perception. And it's 12.
Oh man, Jax is on point now.
Jax is here.
He knows
I
it's
get
a
this.
payday.
I get disadvantage.
Why don't you see reason, Lord Riffin? You and your nobles, and what women and children you have sequestered in your keep. Please come out. Indentured servitude and slavery is certainly preferable to death, for that is what will happen. If you remain sequestered there, a slow starvation, a creeping death that will consume you as surely as time will. Lower the gangplank. We will take thee prisoner, and you will come with us, and Ravens Gulch will be ours. And they're facing away from you at the end of the.
Yeah, Targus is holding his chest. There it is, the end of the task. We go to victory or to
Yes.
death.
Now give me a moment, alright? Let me see. I'm just gonna check something. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Give me a moment to get up on that roof first. And then both of you charge in. I'll deal my part. And Jaxus will head up and he'll toss his grapple up onto the roof and climb up.
I fail to see what we might gain out of all this.
Glorious death, Urtrick.
Do you want me to bother rolling to climb? Or
Negative. Rule of cool.
alrighty, I'll just have him put him here as he's kind of up on the edge of the roof.
Is there a roll for Rule of Cool to get back hit points?
Yeah, hit die left.
And ain't no
No,
short rests here.
Yeah. Ain't nothing.
Only retreat.
No.
I've got a roof. That's all I need. Yeah, Jaxus is up there, much akin to a gargoyle, as he waits for these two to move up. But before they get too far up there, he is going to use this bonus action to move the Hex to the War Chief and Eldritch Blast. Is there any chance I get advantage for a surprise attack? Or?
Yeah, they're pointed towards the keep.
Sweet.
Well, let us get close.
Alrighty. There's the Hex. And let's blast a fool. Oh, baby.
There goes surprise.
And the War Chief takes 19. Home. As this massive beam of force again crackles out from the rooftop all the way down into the War Chief's back. Let me move the camera. There we go.
It's 21, so it's what? 19?
Yep, 19.
Ooh. Ain't shit to him.
Oh, that's good news.
Blast into him. It's like, "Ah! I feel a mosquito." He turns around. Boys? Where are the rest of my boys? Oh, it seems you've snuck in behind us. Well, more glory for me. What's his name? The war chief's name.
Grond, 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 Grond,
Grond?
Grond.
All right, Grond. Grond it is. Grond is going to have his way with you. All of ya. Oh, you have one left? Both of you?
Victory or
Yeah,
death,
yeah,
Bo.
we just-
Oh shit! You guys
Victory
are
or death.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Here we go.
God
Initiative.
damn, I knew you were that bad. I knew Urtruk was, but fuck. Meanwhile, of course, the Warlock is sitting on the roof
Grond
with
would hit the
18
21.
HP. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh shit. This is tragic.
Let me make Grond's macros.
Ooh.
Music's so great.
It's so good.
Perfect music to die to.
I love it.
Yeah, probably.
Is this from... Oh, what is this? This sounds so familiar. It's Final Fantasy of some sort, I think, but... Almost.
He raises his voice. They think they can take Ravens Gulch from us. Destroy them!
Uh-oh.
And they get advantages on their first attack.
Fine.
It's an action, I believe. Yep. Urtrig, you're up.
Go on, Sim.
Utrig is not moving.
Run
Either
away.
way.
Run away. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe you can be a hero and get fucking rich and XP rich.
Go big or go home.
Yo,
Oh man.
You
Either
stand
way,
there
this
if
ain't
you
no
wish.
regular B&B game. This is no regular B&B game.
Just gonna stand there and whoop some fucking
This is
ass,
more
huh?
fun than most of them, actually. But
Oh man. Okay, we're gonna have to stop the recording.
So Utrig is holding his action. If any of the orcs move into his attacker.
oh, come on.
But he will go into a rage. As a
Thank
bonus.
God. Please do.
All right, Rager. Jackson, you're up again.
I'm gonna blast this motherfucker. 15 hit?
15. Yes, it does.
Oh, lovely. As he chunks into it for another 9.
The flesh on his cheek starts to bubble, but that's about it.
Matrix just blasts away from the rooftop.
Targus.
Oh God. Oh, this poor
Give me
boy.
victory or give me death.
All the way in.
Oh,
Yes, so
actually,
you know exactly what I'm trying to do.
I know what you're doing, dude.
Right.
No. I'm cheering for you, but I'm gonna play it straight up.
Going for the
Man.
shove.
This is a big moment.
This is a huge moment. I wish I could fudge the dice, but I can't.
See, I wanted to do this earlier, but I don't have the invocation that gives me a 10-foot knockback. Otherwise, I
Not
would
the
just
best.
I might hit him too. That doesn't hit.
Fuck.
That was the athletics.
That's
It was
opposed, though, right?
opposed.
This guy's gonna
Yeah.
be beefy.
Oh! Get in the fucking water.
doing?
Fate
Come at me! Calls.
Oh, what's it look like? I see.
It's I say nothing to it's running full speed. This horns lift him up over the stockade and you just hear
Oh, big XP. Let's see what he's got.
Oh my God, you absolute fucking
1,100.
legend. Christ.
Oh!
Targus covered in
Gee,
blood
I
and,
see it.
and just awful, just cuts all over. Just gives his own battle cry.
Fucking shit.
Still gonna finish you off, son.
Oh my God.
You
Do
might
it.
die. Oh, he's got advantage.
No, oh, he got me.
Shit.
I'm down.
Down, but not necessarily.
Doesn't kill me, but I am down.
Do you want the good news or bad news out of all this? I don't think we have a way to heal you.
I can. You can stabilize anybody.
Hey,
That's true.
Yeah, we can't
wait.
stabilize it.
Just wait.
They probably have a cleric in the keep. It'll be fine.
But no, yeah. Move your 30 pole.
Oh, yeah, he's got aggressive, so he can move 6 blocks.
You get your attack.
I got on the
Charge.
fucking
You
roof.
get your attack.
Inspired by the death of his master. Oh, no. You read your action.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Get to hit him.
he's gonna do so recklessly as well for advantage.
He's got 13. Hit him. That hits.
Oh!
11.
Oh, you're giving me advantage
baby.
back. Oh.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm gonna be down in a second.
You don't know?
Yes.
Oh.
Night. Oh, I have. Yeah.
But you're at 1, right? And when it hits you, doesn't that trigger your thing?
No,
that
he only
takes
gets
you
it
to 1?
once
It's
per
only-
rest.
Yeah.
Oh, once per.
Once per
Oh
session.
shit. Okay.
All right, Jaxus.
You're down too, right?
All right. Well, I've got 2 trash boys. I'm going to transfer my invocation to this one because he's closer, and I'm on a roof anyway. I like the sound of hex, so I'll click the button. And I'm going blast a fool. Oh yes, it feels so good.
Blast. This one.
Yeah, this guy closest. After seeing his buddy go down, he just pummels the magic into this guy.
Use your ranged spell attack so I can see the animation.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the fucking animation, yeah. There you go.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
Oh yeah.
Roll it and then just roll the damage.
Oh, I rolled the attacking damage already, yeah.
12?
No, yeah, actually.
Yeah,
12.
kills him.
Oh yeah. Again, this
Oh,
guy
wow.
just falls to the ground to his knees as his torso crumbles into
Need
dust.
to make death saves.
Oh
Target
shit.
you're up.
Nope.
You do, don't you? Yeah.
That's 1 fail.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The other work's turn. Where's that magic coming from? He starts running berserk. He gets 60 through the camp. And he sees you up on the roof.
Sweet. Alright, we'll use...
Urtrig, death save.
Oh yeah, that's
One success.
nice.
Didn't mark it.
Alrighty. I'm gonna hex this motherfucker. And I will do the, I'll do the fancy ranged attack.
These guys, tougher. Okay.
16 hit.
hits.
Alright, and I'll just click this. I already did the thing, but here's the damage for 10.
10. Still alive, but bloodied.
Alrighty.
Where are you? Mage! Mage!
Yeah, there's a cackle from Jackson. He stands atop the roof.
Targus.
1 success.
1 success.
Oof.
Ember up onto the roof.
Yeah. He's inside. It's going to take him a little bit to get to the roof. There's actually an overhead for that building, but he's inside. He's coming up for you, and that's his turn.
Oh yeah, can I roll stealth to drop down behind this fence here for when he gets up on top of the roof?
Yes,
Awesome.
and it's going to be versus his perception. So go.
Alrighty. As Jaxus drops down and gets behind that.
Active perception. Be able to see it. Urtrig.
Ooh.
Urtrig, did you roll your death save?
Yeah.
Is that a success?
Yep. Is that 2?
Yep.
Jaxus.
Alright, I will ready an action to blast him when he's visible.
Yep. He's not visible yet. Next turn he will be. Targus.
Whew. 2.
Orc. He comes out into the top.
Yeah, and the
He
moment
does
Jaxus
see, he
sees
does
him.
see you. And
Alrighty. So it's a normal attack.
he has his javelin out. Oh no.
Oh,
No, you had it ready. You had it ready, didn't you?
Yeah. I clicked myself though. I don't know if that.
Yeah, that worked. 6.
Okay, yeah.
You rolled a 1, man.
I did, didn't I? Oof.
He
So
misses. So he's like, oh, there he is. Throws his javelin at you. Oh
he
no,
misses.
it clatters. Urtrig.
Time for another save.
Passed. You are stable.
That's a
No,
fail.
10. I think it's 10 or above, isn't it?
10.
I think so.
What do you have? Is it 10?
Let me check
10.
the saves.
Yeah. Let's make sure. Take a fail if not.
Well, it's Jax's turn otherwise.
Yeah, go for another blast. I seem to have luck when I click this one. Yeah, there it is. Fucking boom.
Fried?
Oh yeah, there's
Dude,
just
amazing.
a blast up through the air as he just disintegrates.
And he dies and falls on fire from your Eldritch Blast. Cha-ching! You're up now to 5,220 for this session.
Beautiful. As Jaxus, realizing his buddies are pretty hurt, he
And at
runs over
this
to
point,
Urthrid.
yeah.
Make sure that his guys are stabilized.
Yeah, I'm stable.
Kind of realizing Urthrid's good, he heads over to Targus. Looks like they'll live for now. He kind of steps up and past onto the bridge. Oh, lordlings, you can come down now. We've killed your orcs.
And you hear a booming voice. Lordlings?
Yes, what? Do you wish to be called else? You're up in a keep.
Out there walks a man in very regal clothes. Around him are men that just look like they know how to kill. And who might you be?
I am known as Jaxus. I take it you're the lord of this place, yes?
Indeed.
Jaxus walks up further down. Well, and he gives a rather regal bow himself. It is my pleasure. Me and my compatriots have eliminated your orc problem. We saved the women in the temple and the inn. They're safe for now. But well, as I said, my compatriots are quite wounded, unconscious even. If you have any potions or cleric perhaps stashed away in that castle, it would be most useful.
Let me generate some macros here for that guy. Got one.
I mean, you could just steal away again.
Yeah. So as these people step towards the area that was removed on the bridge, barely conscious Targus and Urtric, you can see a man in robes kind of come forth and raise his hand out towards you. And you are not healed to full health, but suddenly a white light surrounds you, and you're able to stand up and move freely and speak at least. The man that comes forward, he speaks, and around him are knights. Behind him on the gangway, you can see there are lots of commoners that he has protected, like women and children and others. Do not say that I am not without thanks, but of course you would understand that in these dark times, I do have some questions.
Yes, of course, that is understandable. We have just come out of thin air and slaughtered an entire encampment of orcs.
Indeed you have. I think this guy is probably powerful enough, he's not going to rub it in, but it's probably obvious to you that when they first came, there was, like what's his name said, there was a lot more power here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I imagine Jaxus has a bit of a taste for that kind of thing. He can kind of gauge it fairly well. He's dealt with this sort before. Well, I do thank you for healing my compatriots. As for why we're here, he kind of looks to Urtrig and Targus.
What was his name? The dwarf, was it? The fellow we saved on the road.
Goodman.
Yes, that Goodman fellow. Him and his kin fled down the road. We encountered them on the way here. Patrick, you have the head, yes?
The head of Shar the Cruel? Yes, I have that head.
A decayed thing.
Yes. Yes, well, show it to the Lord, then.
And Utrig will reach in the sack and hold up the head of Shar the Cruel. Who is he to you?
He was one of us once, but he chose the ways of the wicked. We only seek here in Ravens Gulch to farm the land and defend it, multiply and perhaps create something reminiscent of the high days of the Emperor. Before, perhaps like so many others, my memory deceives me. It slips through my fingers like the water of this here moat.
Regardless.
Char, I have no love for that man. Although his friends did come back recently, as soon as 7 days ago, speaking of a group of fellows from the Whispering Wood who showed him mercy. If would we could meet these men and women, well, I perhaps think we could become allies.
Yes, well, what do you think brought us here?
You're looking at one of them. We were out of a group. These two weren't involved in that at the time. Nonetheless, it was us.
One of the Dragonkin, a Minotaur, and a half-breed orc showing mercy? Nay! Do not ask me to believe this.
Well, you're lucky. One of your fellows was gonna lose a hand for banditry in our woods. We have a cheerful cleric who persuaded us otherwise.
A cleric. What would be his name?
Marv.
Marv Elderman?
One and the same.
He looks back to his knights. Indeed, the prophecies are all coming true.
You speak of prophecies. Now that is more along my line. What is this you speak of?
And with that, the scene fades, and all becomes dark. And of this prophecy, you will have to wait until the next